Well, good evening. Welcome in. Welcome in. Fucking hell. Go on. Get comfy. Grab a seat. Make sure you've got a snack. 300 of you in waiting. Nice to see you guys. Nice to see you. See you nice. I'm gonna be candid. I've had a couple of days, I've had longer than that actually in some respects, to consider how to begin even fucking talking about this complete and utter shit show. It is really hard to know where to begin, so let's begin with some house cleaning. Some of the stuff that is coming out is the product of drama that has dragged out since August of last year. There is enough here to talk about that I am exhausted by, to probably not need to go into every bit of detail because we'll be here all fucking night. I've got two calls to show you. I've got stuff that you guys have not seen yet. I'm going to lay out a huge amount of information for you. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. Somebody who is a friend of mine has been slandered and has been lied about and has been done incredibly dirty behind the scenes to an extent that I didn't even realize, and I'm going to be honest, fucking furious. So, a lot of what we're going to be talking about tonight is Killjoy. Because what has happened with KJ is totally unfucking acceptable. I literally do not know how else to put it. So, I have spoken to people. If my voice sounds a bit gone, it is because I have spent a lot of time talking to people, trying to work out what the fuck is going on. I have learned things that I was completely unaware of. I have learned things that have been said about me, about other people, and it is a lot. There's no preamble. We're going in very hard to talk about some of this stuff, because I feel that there are people in this community who have been lied to and lied about, and it's time we cleared a lot of this up. Now, one thing that you'll be aware of as well, I want to just put this out front. I want to address some rumors that are kicking around. So yes, Falgi and Diesel fell out very badly. Again, despite the fact that I'm close with Diesel to an extent that I wasn't really clear on. There is the fallout from some of this mod stuff has been really significant, and it's not a little thing. Okay. KJ, for those who don't know, runs my clip channel. The reason he does this is because when my channel got 6 copyright strikes last year, and I was like, oh, fuck, there are people trying to literally chase me off the platform for the content I make. I needed some help. And KJ, I was talking to KJ about it, and he was like, well, what about this? Have you ever considered a clip channel? I was like, I'd need someone to actually help and do and run it. He's like, fuck it, I've got you. I'll sort you out. I'll do the work. He's done a massive amount of fucking work. Completely, unpaid. Just if the channel takes off, he'll take the revenue from it. Ash has done a huge amount of work. And I'm looking at somebody who has done an awful lot to help me. I've known KJ now since the Tyler stuff, and he has been absolutely solid through all of it. So I'm very annoyed to hear the stuff that's been said about KJ. And I feel also, because I was aware of this stuff happening in August last year, I feel like I should have stepped in more. Maybe that's a little overly self-critical. But yeah, I feel like I should have stepped in more. If I had known the extent of the stuff being said about KJ, most of which I have only discovered within the last week or so, I would have done. KJ is back on my mod team. There is a question of why a few mods have left CopeCast. Largely this is to do with me remodding KJ. All they know about KJ is what they've been told behind the scenes, which again is inaccurate. For those of you who are unaware, who have just come into me ranting about this shit and are like, what the fuck is going on? Several days ago, leaks were produced by Morale and Rena, a former OpBlock mod and close friend of Cloudy, where Falgi had been sexting with Rena, as well as information to do with how Cloudy and Falgi were behaving behind the scenes. Now, I had some forewarning to this, because before any of this had happened, this is like, there's lots of little popping dramas, if I'm honest. There had been stuff happening behind the scenes where I had become aware of other things happening, so it's kind of just been a cascade. all originating in August of last year, by the way, and we are again going to run through the timeline. Now, some of these, I will be clear, some of the stuff that has been leaked, we are talking about like consenting adults, we're talking about an ongoing long-running thing, and we should be clear about what accusations we're making here. I've heard accusations of like voyeurism, or like gooning live. I can't see any fucking evidence for those things. And like drop the shit in a clear way that it can be looked at and understood and not picked apart across multiple fucking streams. I'll say the same thing about, I said about Vlad. Sexting and having a sex leaked is fucking hilarious and it's embarrassing. But unless there's like a deeper thing here, like it's just embarrassing. And because of this mod stuff, because of the other stuff, there are just other places that I personally am focused. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, basically this has run for a couple of days now. I said originally that I wasn't going to cover this. I wasn't going to step in. I certainly haven't gone to Morale behind the scenes and been like, hey buddy, why are you attacking my friend? Dickers, be nice to Pat. I haven't done any of that shit. I mean, again, they'll confirm this. If there's any questions. I think there was something like, because I turned up in a Gamma chat, like they were like, oh, isn't it interesting that Beckett's turned up in the Gamma chat? How does Beckett know who Gamma is? Bro, I've collabed with Gamma. There is a Gamma video on Cam Nuggets, and I am half of it, okay? We've collabed. I've known Gamma for like 2 years. I just happened to see him covering it. For those wondering, I guess, what other rumors am I addressing? I have heard rumors that there was shit talking about me behind the scenes. This is true. I want to be really clear. I don't care. I am far more annoyed at how this has exploded and other things than people bitching about me. I will say, finding out that there was essentially some kind of vent chat about me with my mod team in it, and Falgi and Cloudy, is a little bit fucking mental. If I'm honest, I don't really know how to process that information. What am I meant to do with that? Do you know what I mean? Like, am I being crazy? Is that like a weird thing to discover about yourself? It's just like, oh, okay, cool. Now look, I have said to Falgi and I are both content creators. I've bitched about Falgi, to be clear. This isn't like because I've had my frustrations over the last several months. Falgi and I have worked very closely together. This is a normal thing, you know. However, when I have bitched, it's usually things that I have said or would say to Falgi's face. And secondly, and to be clear, Falgi has now aired some of those grievances with me. Or it's to, like, you know, in a content creator space. It's not to like random chatters. Now, one criticism that has come back to me is that I am very distant from my mod team, and I was very distant from my mod team. I am, you know, I trust Shadow and Hoz to run this community. I have known both of them for years. They are good at what they do, and I trust them. So the mod team I considered theirs, and the reason, if people wonder why I am distant from chatters, why I'm generally not in, you know, I don't post in the Discord a lot, right? I don't jump in calls very often. I've been doing that a little bit more over the last week, partly because I know, you know, the community drama. But the reason I don't do that is because of dramas like this. Because when you put yourself this close to people who are not content creators, who do not understand essentially how this ecosystem works, you are putting yourself at massive risk. And Falgi has put himself at massive risk over a prolonged period of time, and it has bitten him. That's just the reality. He knows that. That you know, he is aware. So yeah. Fuck me. Can I have a cigarette? I feel like I'm asking permission now. It's like, dude. I cannot stress to you how much I hate dealing with inter-community drama. I have one request. My mods are aware of this, and everyone else. Do not bring other community drama to my fucking doorstep that I have to deal with. It is fucking exhausting, guys. It is so gay and meaningless. And like, again, I'm not in these fucking group chats. I wasn't in these like teams. I wasn't in Falgi's fucking mod chat. I didn't know half this fucking shit. It was nothing to do with me. And it's bled over, particularly because it's like it infected so many elements of these communities. What the fuck were people thinking? Did people really think that if you ran around behind the scenes chatting a load of shit, like trying to like with random fucking chatters, that it wasn't gonna leak out? Like, is this your first fucking day on the internet? Like, we have covered over the last 2 years so many dramas that are exactly this fucking thing. Does no one learn anything? Is it a mystery? I literally cannot comprehend. It's like, it's the same thing every time. You watch other people go through this shit, and like, it's people seem to have this thing in their head where they go, well, it won't be me. And one thing that has been said about me that I will directly address behind the scenes by people, this is a very petty point, mostly because of what's going on. Beckett doesn't really understand optics. He doesn't really understand how to play the game. He's actually quite bad at it. Unlike me, I'm good. I understand how these communities work. Yeah? How is that fucking working out for you now? Because people keep doing this. They keep going, Beckett doesn't know what he's talking about, right until shit like this happens, and then it's, Beckett, can you help? Fucking mesmerizing. I'm preempting, basically. I'm aware that there's one particular clip we're going to go over in a minute that actually made me do this stream. And I mulled it over and decided that, yeah, we're talking about it. So this is from Dicker's stream the other night.
No fucking way, bro. 2, what? 1. I mean, I'll just say from shit that I just got fucking sent, that's not true. Okay, so I'll just fucking leak DMs right now. I will say, the person that we were talking about earlier, being blackballed, okay, trying to be fucking demodded, trying to be kicked out the space by apparently Falgi and Cloudy. They've given me permission. I'll just fucking leak it, okay? Killjoy, former Uplock member, apparently moderator in Beckett's Discord, was trying to be demodded, okay, in several spaces. Apparently,
we will get to this, but this is absolutely true.
Apparently, I've got DMs here saying they're a fucking liability and shouldn't be allowed in the fucking space. Apparently, Cloudy is trying to push allegations that they are a doxer, or of like relatively serious fucking allegations, right? To try to get them.
And we will go over this shit, because I've been pissed for a while. Translate with the 10. Now that's weird, yeah. Venting about your boss is normal. Venting about your boss to ostensibly one of their peers is wild. It'll always get back to them if that's happening. That's wild. Yeah, again, I'm not mad at any of my former mods at all. I want to be very clear. Regardless of how any of them feel, they are essentially chatters. I don't really hold any of them accountable. Do you know what I mean? This is very much an amnesty thing. I want to, if anyone, like, because many of you know them, they are not in any trouble. I'm not even naming them because I am not bitching about them at all.
Them pushed out the fucking space, and then apparently they're trying to find evidence for those allegations previously. Okay, so Killjoy thinks this is Cloudy. Hold on, let me just read this first.
Yeah,
Killjoy
sure.
thinks I worked with Cope mods to get him kicked out of there as a mod. There is two. Sorry, to get him kicked out.
Sorry. It's because I watched this through morale when I clipped it. Let me just, because I want to pause here. KJ thinks I worked with Cope mods to get him kicked out of a mod there too. I don't know why she would say this. This is, again, not true. I have never leveled this accusation at Cloudy. But to be clear, the only way KJ would think that is if I said that to him, and I haven't. One thing I also want to be really clear about, well, KJ has been getting, like, fucking gutted unfairly. He's talked to me regularly. Never once did he bitch about Falgi or any of the other people involved in this to me. Ever. In fact, the only reason I know half of this shit is because when it kicked off the other week, I went to KJ and got him to tell me, and he did so reluctantly. Even while he's getting fucked over, he is completely fucked. Dude, picture of fucking professionalism, frankly. I'm willing to bet it's doxing related. Most likely, Beckett was mad as fuck. Keeps KJ around despite his team saying it's a bad idea. The only reason anyone in my mod team, none of them know KJ. The only reason anyone in my mod team would have to think anything bad about KJ is because of, like, Falgi and Cloudy. That's the only reason. Like, what pisses me off here, particularly, is Cloudy is feigning fucking ignorance when she is at ground zero of all of this. Like, this is just a whisper campaign. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why KJ might be hated. I've got no fucking idea. That's funny. What were you crying to your friend about that got him banned from a server with a load of his work in? This is a fucking lie. And again, you can say, oh, well, this is Cloudy's friend. They're behind the scenes. They're talking about it. No. This is somebody who Cloudy herself, and I've got the screenshots for this as well. I don't know if I'll show them. I'd have to go and dig for them. Cloudy herself, it gave Rena information to post on Goat Cato. I believe that's the context. It was during one of the dramas. I know that Cloudy has used Rena to post information. I have no reason to believe that, like, Cloudy is not giving this information to Rena to further spread the rumor, because that seems to be how that relationship fucking worked. Again, it doesn't make any sense. It's not even honest. If you're this close with Rena, why aren't you just saying, yeah, you know, Falgi worked really closely with KJ. I know a lot of the stuff that happened behind the scenes because they worked together for, like, months and months. But I have people's DMs. I know that my admins did not come to this conclusion on their own. This was not completely fucking random. Oh, we just don't like Killjoy. That's not what fucking happened. So this feigning ignorance hisses me off.
So somebody says, I'm willing to bet it's doxing related. Cloudy says, most likely. Beckett was mad as fuck. Keeps Killjoy around despite his team saying it's a bad idea. Really?
Isn't it interesting, by the way, just focusing there, isn't it interesting, like, there's a little sowing of dissent? It's like, well, you know, Beckett doesn't really trust his admins. They keep trying to get him to get rid of Killjoy, but he just keeps him around. I don't even know how close they are, really.
It seems like Falgi is saying here there's no hard feelings. Apparently there have been hard feelings. There's been hard feelings for months, because this shit got sent back in December. No hard feelings?
Yeah, so the Cope mods that are mentioned there, they all did, like, a coup, basically, to ban Killjoy. And this all happened while Beckett was asleep, and Beckett had to unban him after this. So, these people have tried.
So, let's talk about August, shall we? Jesus. In August of last year, I woke up one morning to find KJ had been removed from my mod team. Woke up to a lot of DMs and a lot of accusations. He wasn't banned from the Discord, but he was removed from the mod team. This was done on hearsay. The actual reason given at the time, despite now claims of doxing, and I've heard many claims in the last, like, week or so, of doxing, stealing research, posting stuff on Kiwi Farms without permission. None of these have any evidence. In fact, in the case of the Kiwi Farms one, Diesel's looked into this. It wasn't Killjoy. It just wasn't Killjoy. Diesel knows who posted it. But these claims have been absolutely just like have been run with for months. But I am going to show you. I'm going to show you why apparently KJ needed to be removed from my mod team and why he couldn't be trusted. This is the video that was sent as evidence. It is a recording of Seethe Scribble's Discord. That's all it is. And that's because during this time, we were dealing with the Seethe drama, and Falgi wanted information on what was happening in Seethe's Discord. The way that information was gathered was through people like KJ, who Falgi said, can you go and have a look at Seethe's Discord and just keep us up to date? KJ, I knew KJ was doing this as well, which is why I was so confused that this was being used as evidence against him. And it was, hey, you're in the Discord, you should probably make nice, right? The worst this was used as evidence that KJ was switching sides, that he was going to side with Malcolm and Seethe and completely like op us. The worst comment I can find about me is something that I pretty much agree with. Beckett and Chris the Narc are commentary. They are equal opportunity shitters. Oh, fucking damning. Oh fuck, let me get my fucking banhammer out. The other piece of evidence, by the way, is this. I think this was during some of the Aiden Lyo stuff. Do you have those messages between Beckett and Tyler about Tyler being a pussy bitch and not getting into a call with Beckett? And KJ said, probably they're around, I'll give it a look. Now, this one also confuses me, because when I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, this was during the Aiden stuff, right? Because when that question was asked, KJ came to me and said, hey, that question, I've been asked this question, what do you want me to do? I was like, yeah, go and see if you can find it. Because what else am I going to do? Just, yeah, sure, if that's a take I've given, pass it over, sure. Based, I'm not precious about this shit. Now, there have been other things that have happened in my mod team as they've become established, where, you know, they were a new mod team. During this Seethe and Malcolm shit, for example, Hey It's Lissy, I don't know if people remember Hey It's Lissy, she's been channeled a lot, was unhappy with how I was dealing with some of the Lyo stuff. And they basically, I think, either streamed or posted a link to a Google Drive with one of my members' VODs in. And the mods were like, oh yeah, okay, well we need to step in and do something about this because like this is members content, you know, it's paid for, it shouldn't be. And I'm like, that has never been the standard for this channel. If you want to take my content and repost it, you can. I will not be annoyed at you. I'm not precious. That has always been my standard. And essentially it's because Hey It's Lissy was talking shit about me, and I stepped in and said, hey, look, I don't care. You're not here to moderate stuff that's said about me off platform. It's not even in the Discord. Who gives a shit? You've just taken, and this is, and like a lot of this is like the optics. We're gonna get into like how Falgi feels about like Malcolm and other people. It's like, why take somebody who is a little bit annoyed at me and just go, okay, cool. Well, I was a little bit annoyed at Beckett, and now his mods have walked in, fucking banned me, and acted like I'm a criminal. Yeah, that person's not coming back, and I've had no part in it. Like I've done not, like I'm just like, I wouldn't have given a shit. And like again, that's fine. The mods, like the mods didn't know because we'd never had the conversation. But like once that conversation happened, they didn't do it anymore. But there's so much here of people doing these little guessing games of how I might feel about something without ever talking to me. And I was meant to ban KJ off this. I was meant to cut him off. It's fucking wild. Right. Let me give you a bit more background of what was going on, okay? So, a few things happened pretty quickly in succession. So, before the mod call even occurred, people were laying the groundwork, seemingly, from the dates and messages, And because I do not know whether people are just feeding information given to them or it's on the volition, I'm not sharing stuff. And I have no intention of doing so. I'm just laying the timeline out. If people really want to challenge it, I guess they can. People laid the groundwork to burn KJ, Ash, and Q. In particular, they said you need to keep an eye on these people because there is a mod restructuring going on. It's not public for OpBlock, but it's about to happen. You need to keep an eye out. And this was said to my admins. And they both said, oh, you know, the old guard, right? Like Cloudy, Falgi, Makari. And I went, no. Ash, KJ, and Q. Because we're like protecting Cloudy and Falgi just to make sure they're okay. Which is like, if this is an amicable breakup, why the fuck are you laying the groundwork early to burn them? Very bizarre behavior. After the mod call happened, Cloudy complained to one of their friends, and KJ was removed from a server that it had been agreed in that mod call that he'd maintain access to. This is what caused the spiraling decline in Falgi and Diesel's relationship, because Diesel just basically flipped the fuck out. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? Diesel got... There was stuff in there, basically, that KJ had been paid to do by other content creators that he'd just been completely cut off from. Because, again, KJ is a researcher. He takes commission work. It's just like, again, unbelievable. After this happened, and again, I've spoken to Diesel, this Diesel and Falgi's relationship just didn't really recover. Diesel was pretty good about it, at least to me. He didn't come and bitch to me. We did talk a bit about it, but I was not aware of Diesel's strength of feeling. There is also the stuff to do with Ash, obviously. We'll get to that when we get to the mod call. Cloudy, from what I can see, has been pretty deep behind the scenes with other people. I'm sorry. I know this is disappointing to many of you. Believe me, it's fucking disappointing to me. So, I don't know. Again, if it wasn't for the fact that one of my friends, again, KJ, got so badly burnt in this, maybe I'd be treating this with a bit more levity, you know? But I really want to hammer home to people that you have been lied to about Killjoy. He deserves some apologies from people. He won't ask for them, but like, again, because I know other people have said, well, you know, KJ's currently like, I've seen KJ, like at the moment, he's saying things and he's leaked a bit. Bro, KJ, like, frankly, if I was in his position, I'd be doing a fucking stream tour talking about all the shit that was fucking said about me. I think he's been fairly fucking restrained. Some people aren't going to like hearing that. That's okay. But I'm just telling you what's happened. So, after this sort of period where KJ was kicked and removed, there was significant movement behind the scenes to continue burning him. And equally, the people who were burning him distanced themselves from me. Cloudy has apologized to me, by the way, for talking shit about me. Again, not necessary. Don't care. Way more pissed off about the shit with KJ. I am just stunned. Stunned. And I meant what I said the other day. Falgi has been my friend for a while. I am deeply disappointed with this shit. Disappointed is the only word I can fucking come up with. I will continue to talk to people and hear everyone out. And for the other people who I guess were part of this group who are looking at all of this, maybe after tonight as well, and looking about what I'm talking about in the last 6 months of this shit, and the fact that no one ever provided me evidence. KJ was signed by... There's no evidence of KJ being a doxer. There's no evidence of him stealing research. There's no evidence of him even shit-talking. I think he vented about Falgi once in a VC that Falgi had access to. It wasn't even, like, secret. This is a stitch-up. So for, like, the people who would sort of, I don't know, tangential to this, who are looking at this and going, okay, cool, maybe I was misinformed. Maybe, you know, we're part of a group, we're friends, we ran with this. It ends tonight. Okay. Dude. Oh, fuck. Actually, yeah, okay. Actually, before we do the calls, let's go through some of these things. Did I download this? because I got sent it. I don't think I downloaded it. Shout out to Future Nightmare, by the way, who grabbed me a load of shit. I appreciate you. Let's do that one. Thank you. Let's go for... I'm not going to talk about the firing stuff with Potato that's been leaked. I don't care that much. Well, it's not that I don't care. It's just I don't really have a lot of context for it right now. If Potato wants to talk about it, then maybe I can give some stuff. This is just a message between Rena and Killjoy. Now, look, one of the things with these Rena DMs is they're all cut. They're all cut. And it's really unhelpful to, like, see that. I want to see fuller context. Okay. Killjoy constantly tagging Dickers is so annoying. He doesn't care, little bro. He's trying to jump to different people. That's Beckett's fault. Yeah, seems it. Beckett kept him around and hated that his mods didn't like that. I don't know where the fuck this is coming from. I don't think I've said anything to my mods where I'm annoyed by it. I don't blame them. Fucking hell. Okay. Yeah, I've talked and gotten close with the Cope mods. They were upset. Like, I'm happy I'm not walking on eggshells with people who are lazy, but I'm still annoyed. I'm just tired now. Again, what do you mean? How would my mods have formed any fucking opinion on KJ? I don't get it. One other one that I wanted to show before we move to the mod call. Where is this? You can see how well prepped I am. Dude, I need to sleep more. Okay. This one. Oh, thank you, Nightmare. Give me a second. To amend something, Rena wasn't cheating. Her and her husband were seeing other people as they were separated. I got distracted and didn't have time to amend it. Thanks, buddy. Okay. Diesel, what the fuck are you even supposed to do if he did? Oh, sorry. He wants Lio to call him, I can't say that word today. I'm trying to stay green. I don't know why. And he puts me in a corner. What the fuck are you supposed to do if he did? He's literally some spurg who gives a fuck what Lio says. Anyway, this is why we don't associate it with woke commentary. Falgi, yeah. I'm kind of done being nice, and I think Beckett is being dumb being nice to Malcolm and Chris. You know, dude, part of the reason I am so chill with people is because it is not worth getting this het up and up, like, fucking angry at people around you in the space. Look what it does. You spend this time, like, focusing in on how much you hate. Yeah, and Chris. Yeah, apparently Chris is being too nice to Malcolm. I don't think Chris has ever said anything about Malcolm. Like, you spend so much time focusing in on people like Malcolm or any of these other shitters. And Malcolm's not a shitter, but you know what I mean. And it just drives you crazy. Why? I don't get it, bro. Of all the things you could do with your time, why this? Let's not pretend otherwise either. People are well aware of how this looks. And I am not the only one who is, you know, frustrated. Transnight with the 20 note to Rena. Either drop what you got or get off the pot. By dragging it out, real people get hurt. No one cares about the sexting. Everyone was adults and consenting. Digging at it is just shaming people for no reason. Yeah, it's just annoying. It's just annoying. Because I feel like I can't really talk about them properly. You know, Rena was dropping things, like, up to the moment my stream was going live. To this day, I have no fucking idea what Malcolm actually did to piss Falgi off like this. Neither do I. I mean, he snarked him a bit. Bro, we all talk shit about each other. Malcolm has talked way more shit about me than he has about Falgi. And I'd consider myself on good terms with Malcolm. You can't hold on to this stuff. It will drive you absolutely fucking insane. Anyway. Okay, before we move on to this call, because we're going to do the mod call, and we are going to do a call between FPS Diesel and Falgi that happened because of this, because we've got to talk about this stuff from 6 months ago. Okay, I'm just going to pick random things from chat for a little bit. If people have particular questions, then I can answer them. If I don't know the answer, and please bear in mind there is plenty I still do not know, then I'll just be like, I can't answer. Basically. This is going to be fucked, isn't it? I've never heard Malcolm say anything scathing about Falgi. I think I'll say this. I think the Ash stuff, finding out that Falgi was basically like going, okay, well, if you're going to do thumbnails for Malcolm, you're basically off the team. It's too much of a risk. It really pissed Malcolm off. Because from Malcolm's perspective, that looks like Falgi is blackballing him to, like, creators. To like, artists. Crazy. Beckett hates me. He spent like $70 on Crimson Desert on me for like a win. Yep. Did Falgi deal Futanari for Diesel? No. Thank you for the 2. This is like a stab in the back. I mean, fucking dude. Again, I'm not annoyed about the shit talking. I'm annoyed that this exploded horrifically. Dude. Literally just got home from a job. What even happened? Yep. Yeah. Welcome in. Anything else? Any other major questions? Who's the bigger threat, Falgi or Cloudy? Like, who do you think is the instigator? That is a good question. What I have heard about Cloudy, and again, take this as hearsay because it is that Cloudy gets annoyed at people and then talk shit about them. And there is a whole other thing that happened with someone named Makari that I'm not really clear on. And also, you know, you've got the whole Mahi drama, which involves Falgi and Cloudy. Now, the Mahi drama is fucked, from what I can see. I'm not here to defend Mahi by any means. Unlisted channel with a 5. Beckett, the shell is breaking. Hold a real stance or suffer. I mean, I think I've got a pretty strong stance here. Yeah, it's Tyler shit all over again. Yeah, I mean, the shit that was pulled here, I think it's fair to say, is bears striking resemblances to what like Tyler did to KJ and Ash, which I think probably makes it worse. I think it's deeply unhelpful. Because again, like, it's so much of this is tied up and you've seen this drama occur, and then you did the thing. You skipped me twice? Fuck, did I really? Christopher. Oh, you skipped me, clown boy? Fuck. Damn it. Hold on, let me go and find Chris. Christopher. Lol, done with Chris. Lol, Lamau even. Okay, yeah. I've never had problems with Cloudy, but this is a mean girl Regina George shit, and it's not shocking, sadly. Yeah, I mean, again, if Cloudy was just some random chatter, this probably wouldn't matter. But she's not. She's Falgi's girlfriend. And they're intimately intertwined. Matt with some G's with 2. I'll put a small doodle in the art channel to help you. I appreciate you. Okay. Didn't Falgi disavow what Tyler did and then did why copy him? Yeah, so I mean, obviously Falgi's not making any legal threats towards Ash, but we both said at the time in the Tyler drama, yes, kicking people from your community just because they're talking to us or like doing a bit of work for us, which is what Tyler did, was crazy. Like, we both actively criticized this. Right, we're gonna have a listen to the mod call. We're gonna get through these, okay?
You could be back a little bit.
My goal is still at 10. Fuck, sorry guys.
I guess. All right.
Why does Falgi hate KJ? That's a really good fucking question.
So I just wanted to talk real quick, just because there's like some changes in the Discord, things like that. Just want to kind of discuss it real quick. Currently, we have enough mods.
So there is important context here. That essentially, Cloudy, with the help of another admin, turn the volume up. Okay, sure. That's right.
So
okay. Did you have Falgi on your list of who gets a Google Doc? Admit it, Jar is winning. I did say he was in the Deadpool. So Cloudy, with the help of a new admin, had essentially gone through And without talking to any of the other members of the Op Block, because Ash, KJ, Greg, Q, they were all part of this team together, right? Cloudy went through and changed everyone's roles and just reorganized the Discord without talking to anybody. And again, this was clearly like a preemptive strike of, yeah, we're just getting rid of these fucking people. And the framing of this, now this has been framed as a firing call. And I'll tell you the moment when we get to it where it turns into a fucking firing call. But right now, at this point, I guess it's just we're sitting down and having a friendly reorganization, guys. Just two friends, you know. We all play D&D together. Oh, dude.
I'm going to make the decision to start relieving people of mod duties because I don't think the ops and other staff things need to be doing mods. So we're going to be shifting things around because like priorities have shifted, stuff like that, and we have a dedicated mod team. So you guys don't have to mod anymore, and we're just going to shift some things. So when it comes to that, so we're going to be just alleviating mod roles. So if you don't see the mod team stuff, that's pretty much why. It's probably easier. Cloudy is in charge of the Discord anyways. That's been her role for a period.
Grey Knight with the 2. I smell fuckery. Yeah. Why is he talking like this is a goddamn business? Well, here's the juxtaposition between the two. Falgi wanted the Op Block to be a professional channel that would provide research and good commentary. And he wanted to go very hard into that. Like, we need to make this professional. And the insanity of that is obviously, look, obviously we run shit as a business, but this is a YouTube channel. This is my hobby, right? I view this as a hobby. Falgi, at the time, is like, you know, Falgi has done good work. I do not want to diminish the work Falgi has done as a content creator, because Falgi has been involved in a multitude of projects. He has, like, the Brad Taste stuff is excellent. The, like, stuff with Dan's Burst, I think, was to restructure in a way, this is, again, my impression, was to restructure in a way that was, like, gave him control. And then it becomes his channel. Because the Op Block, if you go back and remember, was, you know, a group of people streaming together, going over the content a day. It grew out of Diesel's community. It was Diesel's news team. And for those of you who don't really understand what a news team is in commentary, very often creators would have had a news team, which is like people just to gather the stories of the day, do a bit of work, background, picking up things, very relevant tweets, stream clips. So you've got a docket prepared, you can go live with it. That's what the Op Block was. And Falgi was friends with Diesel. They were close. Comes in and basically takes over the Op Block. And over time begins sifting people out. And even if that wasn't like done with a malicious intention, obviously that's kind of fucking crazy. Like, now to be clear, I hadn't heard this mod call until a couple of days ago. I'd never asked for it. I didn't even know it was fucking recorded. But yeah, was this kind of described to me in a correct way? I never recorded my call with Falgi when all this happened 6 months ago, so I can't go back and listen to my own takes, I guess. But yeah, it's a bit bizarre.
Time, and B has been very gracious to set up the bots. Seethe has been on top of it as well. Salt has been on top of it, and Potato has been actually fucking great, tracking a lot of the shitters and stuff like that come from other circles and things like that. So we're going to be doing that. So if you guys see things transition out, that's pretty much why. We created a staff role, obviously. So if there's any staff stuff like the editing or YouTube thumbnails that we do in that Discord, it's going to be there. Obviously, if stuff and research happens in this Discord, still going to exist. Still going to exist that way moving forward. So you're going to...
Nice job stalling the call to cover for him. Wait, for who? For Falgi? What? We set up a staff role, guys. Okay, listen, we've secretly brought in a whole new admin team. We've secretly brought in a whole new admin team, and my girlfriend has gone through and reorganized the Discord. Sure. Fuck me.
To see things like shift around and all that nonsense. I also believe, if I remember correctly, for people who have individual channels, like I know Q, you, and Ash have talked about doing individual channel stuff, and kind of bringing back the cynical report. Your stuff's still going to be open. Your stuff is still going to be there. Certain perms will just change. It's just kind of the way it is. But we're just trying to consult.
Just how it is, guys. You know, sometimes you work on a channel, you help build it for, you know, over a year, and then you get kicked out of it unceremoniously.
So we kind of separate how things work. You know, it's just kind of how it is. Everyone has new responsibilities, and things that kind of take precedence over that. If there are responsibilities that you no longer want anymore, due to either personal...
Hold on, sorry. Unplug Spirit with the 2. Discord mod union when. I'm going to come back to you in a second, because there is something really funny there. Right, let me just give you an example, actually. Because I feel like we need a little bit more. So, if you need evidence of Cloudy, you know, using Rena to do things, unlisted with the 2, not even a joke. Stop stalling. This is basically Cloudy going, hey, Rena, can you post these in the health thread? And this is a load of shit to do with the Gokado stuff. Can you forward these too? Save and send or just forward? Can you just forward if you can just forward if you want? So this is Cloudy again in DMs with Rena, utilizing her to spin drama. So yeah, I want to come back to this thing of can we have a mod union, because this is just a funny story. One of the things that caused issues and friction between Falgi and Diesel was Falgi seemingly posting a "we support the mod union" when one of his mods annoyed Diesel. And it was like, it was clearly in reference to the fact that Diesel had come down hard on something one of Falgi's mods had done. And Diesel was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, why, rather than coming to me and talking to me, why are you passively aggressively posting that you support your mod, who I've just, like, had an issue with? What the fuck? Professional YouTuber with an official union, yeah, dude. It's just so many little things that just are like minor and petty that have pissed people off. It's wild.
Like personal responsibilities, or like you're just not feeling it anymore. Please let me know. I don't fucking like. Realistically speaking, friendship is paramount over staff responsibilities.
That's like horrific foreshadowing.
But the reality is that I would like to take the channel in a more positive trajectory, as well as a more professional trajectory. And regardless of that, if it affects friendships and relationships, I'd rather just nip it in the bud and say, hey, thank you for being around, kind of thing. Thank you for doing what you do. Take the responsibilities.
Hey, if you don't listen, now we've like reorganized the mod team behind your back. Now we've do you notice as well that none of the new people that Falgi has brought in are in this call? Does that seem weird to anyone else, right? So Falgi has this new team, but when discussing overhauling the Discord, he doesn't seem keen to introduce them. seems a little odd.
You want, don't take the responsibilities that you don't want.
Okay.
We're not. Hold on. We're not just a Discord team. We're a family.
Much it. So some things are going to change, and that's like.
You know, like what specifically is going to change? Like, is there anything that we need to change, or that we
No.
need to...
Everything on the Discord side, Cloudy and myself will take care of. So you don't have to worry about.
Nah, don't worry about it. Listen, you are already surplus to requirements, okay? Take the hint. It's like it's like you're sat at dinner with somebody and going like, hey, listen, we've been seeing each other for a while now. We had some good times together, you and I, but I'm moving to another city. Oh, well, do you need me to, like, help you move? No. I've got people to help me already. Hey, like, do you need any help? Like, maybe I could take care of your pet or something? No, honestly, you've done enough. Bro. Positive, my brother in Christ, you're a drama tube, Super. There's no way to be positive channel if you're built on the downfall of people. Also, true, Strands now. Thank you for the 5. I say this all the time. What we do is laugh at people suffering. Classic Rock Kid with the 5. Falgi, you're a damn YouTuber. This isn't a company. You're downsizing.
About that. So none of that stuff is gonna like actually change. That's pretty much it. I don't know if Cloudy has anything to say on it. I don't know if you guys want to have discussions about it. We can.
Hey, Cloudy, you know, person who's reorganized my entire mod team and pushed this Discord in a new direction. Any thoughts?
Completely
I'm good with like the amount of editing I've been doing and like the occasional thumbnails. So how it is for now. If anything changes, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately for me, I'm gonna get into editing. I'm gonna get into thumbnail stuff so I can start doing.
Don't worry, I don't currently know how to do your jobs, but I'm sure I'll pick it up. Like, there is also something wild about this as well, right? You've got people in this team who are being paid. This is a source of their income. And it's just like, yeah, so that relationship is ending with the end of your mod role. That's pretty, like, again, that's pretty wild.
Big reason for me is I need to learn how to do it. It's got to be done. I have to be able to do this just in case one of you is gone, or the eventuality someone says, hey, I want to step away from the channel, and that's completely fine. But I got to learn how to do the other stuff that I wasn't previously doing. So that's the big reason why I'm learning editing. I'm back on the thumbnail game for that specific reason. So if you guys aren't around, either work stuff, house stuff, life stuff, that's perfectly fine. And I pick up the slack.
So I know that Falgi did have issues with the fact that he felt like he was trying to herd cats a little bit. I get that. I do. Personally, because like I worked with Now Recording, right? And one of the big frustrations Matt Pitt had was that he was constantly just trying to get everyone together to actually do a stream. And it is really difficult. It's really difficult. And KJ and others were really focused on D&D. There was a D&D project going on. There was a D&D project to basically create like a D&D like podcast, like show almost, I think. But it feels like these conversations like were not had in any way properly before this. It was just Falgi and others kind of seethed behind the scenes and then burnt everybody. Grey Knight with the 5. Nothing gonna change, guys. Rips friend group apart, mod team into pieces. It's fine. Yeah, true.
I'm trying to do them a little bit more.
Good. Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much just how it's going to be. If you guys have questions, concerns, things like that, let me know. Say your piece now so we can kind of figure it out.
I've already separated stuff. So all the D&D stuff is its own category. I have the staff stuff, or like wherever you put thumbnails in its own little area. So all the perms and everything should be set to that you guys still see that stuff. I'll just adjust the mod rules.
I've already done it, guys. Listen, this call is to inform you, not discuss anything. We've it's already done. Listen, you'll find if you go into your look in your your profile, you'll find that you no longer have perms. And what's kind of insane about this as well and I said this back in August when I found out what was going on, is like, they didn't just do this to the op block, right? Because they did this to KJ in my community. They went, okay, well, we need to make sure that KJ doesn't have influence in other places. And he needs to go. He needs to not be he needs that mod status, that little wrench needs to be taken away from him. Guys, who the unironically, who the fuck cares? For people who've seen how I moderate this chat, how CopeCast is moderated, it's incredibly fucking chilled out, okay? Mods do excellent work, but essentially it's catching TOS and just making sure that no one is getting, like, too out of hand. It's a very chilled server. It doesn't really matter that much, like, from there. Like, I don't consider, like, mod status, like, this incredible thing. It is an awesome thing that people do to help my community, and I'm very, very grateful. And I've been very lucky with some of the mods I've had. In fact, I will say this, even with everything that's happened, I have no complaints about the work the mod team has done, anyone on the mod team has done at any point, right? It's been excellent. The moderation in that community is like a big reason it feels like a cool place to hang out for people. And I am very grateful to all of them involved in that. Like, regardless of people who've left or anything else, thank you. Genuinely. But yeah, it's the difference here is you're taking people who are the op block team who come on stream, who make direct content, and you are lifting them out and going, bye-bye now. Peace. Hi, Toastify, by the way. Mods are like the CIA, appreciate them, yeah. I don't talk enough about the work like Hoz and Shadow do. And I certainly have not talked enough about the work that the other mods have done. Maybe that is a mistake on my part. Maybe I need to own that as well and be like, I should have given a bit more validation. I'm happy to accept that. I will say this, I am grateful. So, thank you, basically. But anyway.
And honestly, the only person that had mod was KJ. I didn't expect Ash or Q to do anything about it, but it's just one of those things, like, I just need to lock some things down. And
why would you need to lock some things down? If you're all friends and you all trust each other, why would you need to lock things down to make sure that... Because this is the other weird thing that I don't think anyone's asked the question of yet, or at least I haven't seen them, right? If these people have all worked with you for ages, if you trust them, bring in new mods by all fucking means. And be like, these people are doing the staff work. They're moderating the community. But why the fuck are you getting rid of your old your stream team? In fact, why is this anything to do with it? Like, it seems like you've planned the mod move and that's the excuse rather than the reason. You played 1 second. Burn, you haven't been here much, have you? It's good for me.
I just want this to be a little bit more efficient because I've started looking at how other bigger, like really big Discords run things, and I like how they do them. And so we're just gonna set that up.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been shopping around at bigger Discords because we want a giant Discord. Look, okay, Discord is great. Discord is awesome. I love my Discord. Join my Discord. Post cool art. Have fun conversations. I think it's great. But you're a content creator. Discord is like, it's your community gathering hub, but your focus should very much be the stream, and you are gutting a section of your stream. Also, like, looking at those bigger Discord servers, do you know what a lot of big channels do with their Discord servers? They put them as Patreon access and never fucking interact with them. Because they are Discord is so dangerous to a creator, as through this drama, you are all seeing directly. This drama is why so many creators don't want Discords, why they are worried. I have spoken to other big creators, like people who are like 100k, and they've talked to me about Discord, and they're like, fuck, I feel like I need one because I want to get like closer to my community, but also I'm terrified of getting one because holy shit, have you seen what happens with Discord drama? Like, dude, do I want to deal with that? And the answer is very often no. Because also, this spilled into my space, right? I was pretty pissed off. I was like, wow, I woke up to KJ being kicked from mod because of something that happened in your Discord that is nothing to do with me. Gallagher with 2. I'm going to usurp you for Cope Cord. Based, you can have it. Chris, dude, but it means I don't have to deal with this shit. Christopher with 2. I just wanted to discuss gaming with my fave ginger. Yeah, I mean, I was in a, I did a call, joined a call in the Discord earlier today. It was really nice, and the community's great. I like joining the calls where Axe is drawing, and just a couple of people sit down and draw and sketch in the VC. They're awesome. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't really have much in the way to add except, is there anything I can do to help, or is it all being taken care of? Because
It's all been taken care
yeah,
of.
that was my assumption. Because
how many times? It's all been taken care of. Stop asking to help. We're firing you.
you know,
B stepped in and unironically said, fixing the Discord is my autistic fixation. Please let me do it.
Yeah, I haven't talked to them at all, and all I see is all the bots and stuff.
Isn't that crazy? Hey, so listen, we've got a new friend now, and they basically came in and said, "Hey, can I just take over?" Dude, Leela, everyone got fired. Everyone in this call, except for Cloudy, got fired. That's why Q-Hood, I'm assuming, hasn't been around much recently, which is a shame. I like Q. I haven't spoken to him, to be fair. But yes, Q also got fired. All of them got fucking fired. It's bye-bye Oplock team. Yes, even Greg. That's why Greg hasn't been around. They fired everybody. No wonder they all disappeared. Yeah, no fucking shit. Listen, I know that there are some people in this stream who are fans of Falgy. I like Falgy. I'm very disappointed. I know this all comes as a shock to you. It came as a shock to me.
She unironically said,
Again, it's something
it's
something that I've been handling. So
Yeah.
no, I took it to heart when I was I don't know. I didn't want to push anything else on you guys. I feel like I did enough damage, so
Now this is a really interesting one. I feel like I did enough damage. Now, I cannot fully pick apart what Cloudy is referring to here. It is possibly some of the Makari stuff, because there was a big fallout within Diesel's community to do with Falgy and Cloudy and someone named Makari. I don't really know. The details of this have been explained to me, but I'm going to be honest with you. It is very hard for me to pick apart, okay? It's very hard for me to kind of make sense of. So I'm a bit lost. There's also, you'll remember there was an artist named Lord Rush. Lord Rush apparently did some insane shit. I'm not really sure. Again, not clear on the details. No one's been able to really get it to stick in my head. There's been a lot of information for me to take in this week. But it's possibly to do with that. And essentially, yeah, I don't know whether I don't know whether Cloudy just went insane. What am I meant to think? I don't really know Cloudy, to be fair. Cloudy doesn't like me very much, which again, fine. I've never really gotten to I've never really taken the time to get to know her. But I'm like, did you go fucking crazy? Was it listen, okay, I'm on the path up over here. My boyfriend is going to one day be a fucking incredible YouTuber. I'm on the path up. I need to get rid of these fucking shits.
I take care of
You
things.
didn't do any damage.
yeah, what damage?
Don't worry about it. Like I said, at this point, it's just kind of like I got it. If I need anything from you guys can DM me. If perms don't
To be clear, I've just been correct on something. Greg wasn't fired. He took a step back for personal reasons, which I can see as an argument. It's a little bit harder to understand when we're seeing the shit coming up. But if Greg's still part of the channel, that's fine.
work after I adjust
Greg is free range now, dude.
things, please let me know. Everything should be working fine though. B and I worked on the bots, and she taught me how to do some more stuff with the Carl bot.
Yeah.
And once the D&D stuff gets running, I'll make threads and stuff just for the games. So
Yeah,
Let's
and I
go,
think and I
yeah.
think once the D&D stuff happens, I'll roll out a Patreon. So what will happen is then I'll have B work with me to integrate the Patreon into memberships as well as Patreon stuff. So that will
yeah.
have its own like private section of the server versus all the other stuff. Obviously, those things take time. Get that integration set up because it is a pain in the ass, but we'll be there. Obviously, like the other stuff too is, listen, if there's a part of this channel that you can't fulfill because of personal obligations or recreational obligations or workplace obligations, it's fine. Just kind of be honest with that. I am okay. The reality is I'm going to take this channel a lot more seriously than everybody else because it's my face, my name, my brand. It's just the reality of the way it works. As much as I hardy har small business tyrant, yada yada yada, I've heard it 1,000 times, but the reality is like I throw my hand in the shit every time. So I want.
If you just want to be the face of the channel, just go live and be the face of the channel. Or be honest. Because, like, the framing of this call is like, well, we're reorganizing the mod team, guys. You don't need to do as much. And fucking hell, it would have been easier to say, listen, guys, I want to take this more seriously. I know that people have other priorities. Go and do those other priorities. Is that cool? Can we do that? Can we discuss it? Because one of the reasons this looks so fucking bad is because it wasn't a discussion. They just unilaterally decided that they were done with the other mods, with the other op block members. I also think it's kind of, I do think it's kind of crazy to have, like, let's say you've got a friendship group and a couple comes in and goes, yeah, you guys are done now. We're done. It's the Falgy and Cloudy show. Because the op block, again, is built off the basis of Diesel's community. It's built with all these people. Ash and KJ coming over during the Tyler drama. To be clear, they had no reason to do that. Like, they could have just, I don't know, gay-opt us, tried to fuck with us. They didn't. They were very open and honest and then get screwed over. It's kind of fucking wild. I'm gonna, like, pause reading super chats for a bit before I get strangled by somebody. Let's continue.
To tighten things up because the events that took place after the fallout with Psy and Psy, Lio, people like popping into the Discord, shit like that. I want to tighten it up a little bit better because our Discord is not. It's not Chud Logic's Discord. It's not Aiden's Discord. It's not Malcolm's Discord. It's not Psy's Discord. It's our Discord. It's my Discord. It's it's the thing where that place is for people to relax and chill. If they want to discuss drama, they can. They openly do. I've discussed this before, and I made like a post. When it comes to certain threads, we're going to be archiving certain threads and locking them down.
So again, seems like a response to the Psy and Malcolm stuff. I'll be honest with you guys. Obviously, I talk a lot to Falgy. I don't know whether I should have spotted the impacts the Psy and Malcolm shit was having on him. Because it was clearly stressing him. As it would. Like, it's kind of what you expect. You know, you're in an internet fight with people. And sometimes you need to pull people aside and go, hey, it's not that deep, bro. But it seems that particular fight has, like, pushed him mentally to go, I need to control this. I need to make sure that whatever's coming out of this is, like, I don't know, like, I don't even know why. Surely having more people around you that you can trust, unless he went really fucking paranoid and genuinely believed KJ, Ash, and Q were, like, going to side with Psy. And it is interesting that KJ, Ash, and Q were all former Tyler people. And maybe there was that, maybe somebody said at some point, hey, you know, they came from Tyler's community and they'd also been part of the woker side of Twitch, of like the politics space, maybe they'll look at Cy and Malcolm and they'll defect. That's a possibility. But that is also incredibly fucking paranoid. And I mean, you can't be in your right mind to think that.
Reason being is I don't want it to become like an A-log space, specifically like Malcolm's server, where a lot of people were fucking poking at the law.
If you didn't want it to become an A-log space, why do you have drama chats? You know what I don't have in CopeCast? Drama chats. I don't have any separate threads. There is a general chat, there is art, and there is like gaming stuff. There's no, this drama's going on, here's a thread. If you don't want to be a fucking drama Discord, don't have fucking drama chats. Right now, there are multiple threads. And it looks like fucking Cat's Lair or Senate, where there's multiple threads of we're talking about this drama. You're a drama. Like, if you want that, that's fine, but it has ramifications. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't have both.
All cow farms, and they got a lot of heat for it, from what I understand. Obviously. What else? Other things too. This is gonna obviously be a thing, but just remember, because it's gonna happen more often, as I've realized, you don't have to speak for me. You don't need to defend me. If somebody in another Discord you're in has a problem with the way that I do content, and they go, "Well, why are you friends with them? Why are you working with them?" You can literally say, "Go ask them yourself."
Here is the problem with this statement, by the way. Saying, you don't need to defend me, you don't need to do anything like that, doesn't work if you are blackballing Killjoy because of stuff that he said inside server. Because that is the reality. Screenshots like this one, this video, where essentially KJ is just chatting shit, not even seriously, was the reason, like the trigger of why I should get rid of KJ. And it makes no sense to sit in this call and be like, hey guys, listen, if you go and talk to other communities, there's no harm done, there's no hard feelings, it's whatever, you don't need to defend me, I'm a big boy, and then go, how fucking dare you talk shit about me in another Discord? Fucking what? How dare you not defend me? How dare you be friendly to people I hate? It's made even more insane by the fact that, again, KJ was asked to go and gather screenshots inside Discord. He is a researcher. I think that it was opportunistic by other people. But again, it's like, okay, Falgi knows why KJ's in that Discord. Falgi is in has full knowledge of why KJ's in that fucking Discord. And it's still... He still allows that shit to be spread about him. KJ was damned if he did, damned if he didn't. Yes. Carly and Falgi meet in a Sans Discord server, Christopher with 2. Yeah, funny enough. Dude.
Don't ask me those questions. I'm not going to answer for them, nor am I going to explain how they do things. A lot of people are going to try to catch you, like, this is what happens. A lot of people try to catch you into a conversation about that shit, and that shit gets spread around. It's just, and that's the reality. That shit's gonna get spread around. There are other eyes and other Discords, and that shit gets forwarded to whomever. And I'm not like saying specifically, but like it gets forwarded, and eventually I will hear it.
What did KJ even do? That's a really good fucking question. I wish somebody would tell me or be able to explain it to me with some evidence, because then the answer is actually KJ didn't do fucking anything.
Kind of thing.
Okay.
So just don't fucking engage with it. It's not worth it.
Oh, no, sorry. I'll clarify. KJ played too much D&D. There you go.
Okay, but...
So I'll get super chats in a bit.
Yeah, but it will start. It'll start because people are looking. I already know this.
We already got an issue with...
Also, just as a side note, it is crazy to fucking say this when you know that my Discord was being posted on Kiwi Farms because of this drama, and I wasn't shutting it down. I was just like, it's fine. If people want to post screenshots of my Discord on Kiwi Farms, who the fuck cares? Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. And like KJ's here, like we need Falgi's here, like we need to lock this shit down, guys. Bro, we just changed our PFPs to like fucking worms in the Discord. That was it. That was the CopeCast response to us being A-logged. Because why would we care? Who gives a shit? It's fine.
Doing what he's doing and shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna inform people associated with it later. It is disappointing. There's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. This is what happens when you gain an audience. The parasociality does come into play, and you either have to.
Yeah, the parasociality comes into play. I've decided to fully embrace that and surround myself with parasocial shitters. Have you met my parasocial girlfriend? Fucking unbelievable.
To nip it in the bud, which will happen. It's already being taken care of. Or more importantly, you just kind of got to deal with it. So it's already been nipped in the bud. It will continue to be nipped in the bud.
Yeah, again, it's one of those things that I've already taken care of it, and I will continue to work through so. Just, if you hear things or things are affected by, honestly, the only thing you three really need to worry about is just the D&D stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that that's a bright, shiny role for you guys, and then just whatever, because we obviously still have this Discord, and I'm not inviting anyone new here. That is what it is.
Okay, sorry. I need to go back a second because it's really important. The sound balancing's terrible, so Claudia's like blowing my eardrums out. Whew.
You three really need to worry about is just the D&D stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that that's a bright, shiny role for you guys, and then just whatever, because we obviously still have this Discord. And
you obviously still have this Discord. Now, my assumption is that this happened in the friendship Discord, some of which has been leaked. But to be clear, once again, for the people who are catching up, Cloudy would then go and bitch to her friend about Killjoy, and he would be kicked and locked out of this Discord, as would Ash, both of whom had work saved in this Discord that was being paid for by other creators. And Diesel had to step in and go, what the fuck are you doing? Diesel was fucking livid. He's like, we talked to it. Like, this is after Diesel has talked to Falgi about this shit.
And I'm not inviting anyone new here. That is what it is. So yeah, just focus on D&D stuff as it gets going. Blue is nearly done with all the stuff. She kind of just updates me. She hasn't shown me anything, but she just kind of updates me. I think she's working on cats right now.
Yeah.
And if you guys just focus on your own channel stuff and focus on.
Hey, listen, can you guys go focus on your own shit? Because you're certainly not you're not going to be doing anything here.
The D&D stuff, that'd be great. But yeah, all the Lord Rush stuff, again, it's annoying, it's disappointing, but it is being handled.
Yeah, this is not. I'm taking care of it. Reality speaking, this is not unlike the Rotsvoy shit, and I will publicly embarrass somebody.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Right, let's talk about the Rotsvoy shit. So there is an accusation that Falgi leaked DMs to Kiwi Farms through an his secret alt account. There is also accusations which have been attached to that about that account. It's not KJ's account. Firstly, it's a Russian account and speaks in Russian. I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen KJ post anything in Russian. What happened was, and I'll just be really open, somebody who Falgi knows and originally suspected anyway, had access to those DMs. They shared them in a Discord call to this person. They posted it on Kiwi Farms. We have known this for like 6 months. This is just known. And it has still been run with as a rumor. People have refused to accept that this has been looked into in detail, by the way. And I want to also point out that somebody was like, well, I actually found this account. The person who went and found this account, you're bad at this. Stop it. Okay? You didn't know what you were looking at properly. It was looked into, it was checked, you're wrong. Sorry. Fuck. And this was used to further smear KJ. So there you go. For the accusation of KJ leaking things to the farms, it's again a fucking lie.
Oh
She
yeah,
did
yeah.
not unlock the Rotsoy shit. She used my name a lot to get into places. It bit her in the ass, and so she started
Don't play
shit
with that.
behind the scenes. So that's just how it is.
Yes, you are, Mom.
And that's pretty much it. So things again going to be readjusted. Some priorities are going to be readjusted. It is, again, D&D area is going to be refocused and not necessarily refocused, but reconfigured specifically. So like that is there because obviously that's everybody's main focus at this point behind the scenes.
Yeah, as I said, it's already separated and all the perms should be working and stuff, so that's fine. I'm trying to think. I did drop out of the one shot I was going to be doing. I just don't have time.
Yeah,
No,
it
I
happens.
I just don't have time. I already
Okay, so bearing in mind that they've just had a conversation about how they're all still going to be friends, this is the first real crack where it starts to show that these guys are essentially breaking up with the friendship group. Hey, so you know that D&D that we're sorting out and like we're doing and the one-shotter? Yeah, well, I'm dropping out of that. I just don't have time, guys. I'm so busy being a full-time Discord mum. I can't listen, I've got a little Discord to nurse. I can't be doing this D&D stuff with you. No. I'm very busy. Fuck me. This is the first crack because the D&D stuff was a very big part of what this group was doing. Money was invested in this, okay? People invested time and money. This was not just sitting around playing D&D. They were trying to turn this shit into content. And this breakup, like, fucked a project that still isn't out because of this shit happening. After 6 months and a ton of work. Artists worked on this. People put their time, money, and effort into it.
personally paid for because I wanted a full body character sheet, so I already personally paid Blue, and I'm probably gonna pay her some more just for the talking sprites because they looked really good. So I'll be using those for my own stuff. But I've just I did drop out of the game, so that is what it is. I really just genuinely don't have the time.
Yeah, and I'm sorry it took so long. I know people's life situations changed.
Yeah, I mean it happens. It happens. There were snafus. There were things. I'm happy that Majunga got their whole PayPal paying situation fixed, so I can start like sending them money. I'm just gonna start throwing money.
Yeah, as long as Falgi keeps getting what he needs to, so he can finish paying off the artists. Like that's why
And
we're pressing so hard for donos and stuff. But I don't have anything else. So
yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we're
Wait, hold on. What was that?
throwing money.
yeah, as long as Falgi keeps getting what he needs to, so he can finish paying off the artists. Like that's why
And
we're
that's
pressing so hard for donos and stuff. But I don't have anything else. So
yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we're good. So
Dude, okay, look. Obviously, I just think it's really funny to sit in a call with a load of people you've been working with for a year and being like, so guys, listen, we're planning to try and make a lot more money for the channel so people can get paid. Not you guys, though. You guys can fuck off. I just... Dude, did either of like Cloudy and Falgi, did you sit down before this fucking call happened and plan anything out? Because like, I don't know, it's like it's so fucking absurd.
moving forward,
Awesome.
roles are going to change. Doesn't change anything. Again, if you have obligations and like, listen, I don't care about the recreational obligation shit, or personal obligation shit, but kind of just be honest about it. Makes my life a little bit easier.
Like I said,
Dude, you cannot sit in a call and say, please be honest about it in a call you are not being honest in.
if I can't do something 1 week or something, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Same.
Admittedly, I would like to be able to do more or help more if I could.
We have enough. I'm being like absolutely serious.
Stop
we
asking.
have enough help.
Stop
Yeah,
asking.
have
you got
enough.
you got the mods, and I was like, oh, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, we have enough,
Because-
and we have people who are really enthusiastic and really want to do this stuff. I kind of
we
want to
got-
loop back to what I said before. I really took it to heart when you guys said I was being kind of really pushy about like the channel stuff and pushy about moderating and pushy about the X, Y, and Z. And I realized that my mistake with that was I should have just asked if you wanted to do it in the first place. And I realized, looking back on it, that I never did that. I just assumed that you wanted to do it. So
Yeah, I got a lot of accusations that I was pushy, bossy, bit of a bitch. And rather than trying to address any of those things, I just decided to, fucking replace you. Okay, I guess.
I corrected that. I am not going to ask you guys. Again, we have enough. I have everything I need for right now. If I do need your help, I will DM you. But as of now, you guys just focus on your own games, your own channel, the D&D stuff. I know it's going to go really well once it's all put together. I'm genuinely very excited. I dropped out, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to watch. I'm like I said, I'm really hyped for the game.
Let's go.
Yeah, like I said,
We
I
are gonna
took it
miss
to
you.
heart and I adjusted. So everything's gonna be
Okay.
good. I found someone who's really good with bots and who can help me hammer down some of the shitter stuff. So we're good.
Yeah. Do y'all still want me doing research for you guys?
Again, that is completely up to you. If that's something that you still
Okay.
want to do.
I still enjoy it. I'm just I don't know if I'm meeting your guys' expectations with that.
I mean, listen.
There hasn't been a big thing or anything
Yeah.
to point you towards
There
yet.
hasn't been
We're
like a-
recently.
This bit of the call actually kind of really pissed me off. This is KJ saying, hey guys, look, if you need any more like work from me, if you need like, if you've got feedback where I can be better, can you just let me know? And I'm happy to do it. No, man, you're fine. No, we don't have any more requests of you. It's like, bro, how is that accusations against KJ with like research stuff when you're clearly giving zero feedback? You're like basically going, yeah, fuck it, whatever. There's no big stories going on at the time, so there's nothing for him to do. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It literally doesn't make any fucking sense. And then on top of it, he gets kicked from the Discord where he's been like putting his work as part of this, like, because it's a group Discord for the Oplog, which is a research team originally. It's a news team. It's insanity.
Like,
Yeah.
any deep dive needed for anything.
Yeah, there's no
understand that.
real
I'm
deep
just-
dive and stuff like that. The one thing I will say is just kind of be realistic.
Ah, jeez.
Are you
Bless you.
okay?
Pippi sneezed.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Um,
I'll
Mike-
be blunt. You guys, I love you guys. You guys are my friends. But the reality is that our time obligations have changed. As
It's not you, it's me.
happy as that makes me, that has expanded our friend group. That also affects certain parts of the channel.
I'm glad that we're all growing. We're all just growing in different directions, and your direction is going to be very far away from me.
And that's fine, but that's the whole point of getting other people available.
I found somebody else, and I'm replacing you. But once again, it's been great.
Because like specifically for mod stuff, and things like that, it's been nice having some of the newer mods as well. Because
I just really like the way she set the bots for me.
people like Zaint, Salt, and Potato, no shitters
be right back.
that I don't ever know.
And they're
these-
up at all the crazy times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
These are people that go from commentary hell, like the people that will just dox you for fun, all the way to the biggest channels around. And these fuckers are everywhere. So we have a nice mix of mods who are everywhere to mods who are just focused on us. So I think that's fine. When it comes to research, like just
So there is an element here as well. Vlad's not coming on. Okay, I'm not dead. I'm not doing that. There is an element of this which is deeply weird Now, some of my mods moved over to be Falgi mods. And this is fine. People move. It's okay. I was never made aware of this, to be clear. No one ever told me. No one ever said, hey, just so you know, I'm modding an op block as well. Falgi never told me. I literally did not know how many of my mods had become his mods. And there is also, like, similar things that seem to have happened to Diesel's community, which is one of the reasons Diesel is so pissed off. And when you've got this thing of, it looks like you're gathering other people's community members who are, like, I don't know, mainstays. And then you bring them into your space, and they're like, community. It looks like you're trying to drag the community over to you. And again, this just looks very weird, especially in the context of everything else. It's like, I don't, it matters less for me. I'm more pointing it out because of just how weird it is, because I'm not close to the mod team, right? So if like anyone had come to me and been like, hey, listen, we're moving over to Hotblock, I would have been like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Do whatever the fuck you want. But the fact that it seemed to be quiet, and then you've got this little like venting chat with Falgi, it's very weird. So yeah, because I want to scale what I'm saying here. I'm saying this is weird. It's not like a serious. I'm really mad about it. Okay.
You know, things like that is there's nothing to really point us at yet. If that does come a time in place, we will do the same thing that we've always done. We will point each other, and we will try to do the best that we can. Again, the channel just has to run when I'm at work, because this is not my full-time job.
Yeah.
Like, truthfully,
It's none of our full-time
yeah,
job.
no, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's none of our full-time job.
Yeah, I know, and you know, I still have school obligations and shit like that. So,
Yeah.
My question is, I think this is more for me. It might also apply to Ash. I'm not sure. Is there a number of streams in which you'd like us to be able to be available to co-host?
No.
Nope. Didn't you get the memo? You're being replaced. Why would I need you to be available for a number of streams for co-hosting? That seems weird when you're being replaced. Are you guys not getting this? Do I need to be clearer?
Because that's kind of like my thing right now, is I'm relegated to co-host when I can.
There's no, as it stands, if you are available, you are available. If you're not, you're not.
Okay.
Am
I know,
allowed to
I
co-host?
just...
What?
Am I allowed to co-host?
Are you still working for Malcolm? Straight up.
Fucking no.
Because that was...
You were working for Malcolm?
He like had me do thumbnails once in a while. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. Because as you and I discussed privately, and I reached out to Malcolm as well, I didn't want your association with the channel to directly impact any monetary services that you were going to receive through him. I made that very clear with.
This is the moment it's a firing call. This right here is the moment it's a firing call. Am I allowed on stream on the channel I've been working on you with? Are you still doing anything with Malcolm? Because that's a direct choice, and I can understand why Malcolm is as pissed off as he is. Because I'd be as pissed off. Do you know what I mean? If I found out that one of, like, somebody who was, like, a researcher for me or, like, edited for me was being essentially asked to pick sides like this, and there's, like, no, I don't know, there's not even really fucking major beef. Dude. And again, Ash seems to have backed off from really working with Malcolm at the time. Guilt by association, story of my life. I am sorry this happened to you, Ash. I did not know this. If I had, I would have stepped in. The reality is I would have stepped in. I to be clear again, you'll hear in the next call in Diesel, Falgi references the fact that I spoke to him. I was pretty blunt in August, but I just didn't know the extent, bro. It's dude. At the point where you are dragging people into a call under the pretext that we are just reorganizing the moderation, but the reality is we are getting rid of you because we are you're not on side enough, which is exactly what Tyler did. It is exactly what Tyler did. Dude, fucking absolutely fucking wild.
With him, I mean, he takes pot shots at me all the fucking time. I don't really give a shit. I hope he suffers the worst kind of fucking bad shrooms trip in his life. My man does LSD on a daily and fucking shows.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Why do you think he goes? He may be sober, but you're telling me he only goes sober to those concerts. I don't believe that, but that's just me.
I'm not bothered. I don't care about Malcolm, guys. I don't give a shit. I do hope he ODs and dies, though. What? And like, it's partly jokey, but there's obviously like an element there where it's like very real, right? It's very real. And I do know that one of like, and do you know what? When I've spoken to Falgi, because we had a conversation like a week or so ago, and he did air this grievance with me finally, where he was like, I think you are too nice about people like Malcolm or Vincent, and it makes it harder for other people to go at them who are neat. I'm not stopping anyone going after anybody. I don't control anyone other than the wolves, obviously. I am not like, dude, if people are in dramas with each other, you are absolutely fine having dramas. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Everyone knows that I'm like, dude, I'm sat on this fucking fence over here, right? If Falgi wanted to fight with Malcolm, I'd advise Falgi not to fight with Malcolm, because it's pointless. What's the point? Malcolm is a drama hound. He doesn't take any of this stuff really that seriously, to be completely honest with you. He's just here for the moment. And I know Malcolm well enough to know what he's here for. I've like had one issue with Malcolm, I think. That's it. Generally, I'm on good terms with him, because if we take shots at each other, it's kind of whatever. We're content creators. We're going to. Right? Malcolm has said way meaner shit about me than he has about Falgi. Like, fucking hell. He hasn't given us stickers yet. Yeah, listen, I'm going to hold off on super chats, guys, because, dude. This is a lot to get through. We'll do them at the end. I'll do everything at the end, but, yeah, bear with me. I will give you some stickers quickly, though. I'll just intermittently give you stickers. God damn. Sorry, my voice is going, guys. You should not. Here is my advice to any budding content creators out there. If you are getting this upset about A-loggers, and I don't mean just like, or like other content creators, log the fuck off for a bit. Like, I've got these questions before. Why don't you say anything about, like, bad about Lima? Why do you retweet Conspiracy Lima? Why do you retweet Room Temp? Why are you giving these people attention? The same reason that I'll read out a chat message that's, like, against me, or, like, a bit mean about me. The same reason I'll laugh at, like, somebody who's streaming about me, who's taking the piss. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. Occasionally, Conspiracy Lima, for example, has made some fucking awesome, like, posts that have been actually pretty useful at the time to be able to go, okay, cool, here's a thing I can bounce off of. You know, you shouldn't be getting this fucking head up about people. It's just not worth it. Look what it does to you. Because this drama is a product of Falgi getting way too much in his head and worried about people who just don't matter. The other thing to keep in mind is that when you're having dramas, like inter-community dramas, like you're fighting with someone like Malcolm. Malcolm's audience is not your audience, right? If I watch Malcolm back, I will see people in that chat talking shit about me because they're not my audience members. They don't like me. There's nothing lost. There's nothing gained. They start the stream watching Malcolm, already disliking me. They end the stream watching Malcolm, disliking me, regardless of what Malcolm says about me. So why does it matter? You can't be liked by everybody. Why the fuck do you care? Get a grip.
Well, here's what I will say. If you're still working for him, I would respectfully say no. The biggest reason why, like I said before, I do not want to impact monetarily, and people are going to start asking you if you are in specific spaces. I'm just gonna be blunt. It's just not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out the way you think it's gonna work out. Because those people will have no fucking chill. Like straight up, those people will have no chill. And I've learned that, the hard way, that those people have no chill. But that's just pretty much it. Again,
I have been sent, by the way, Malcolm's DMs with Falgi. I don't feel the need to share them. But yes, Malcolm was entirely chill with Falgi. And part of the reason Malcolm seemed so pissed, by the way, is because, like, Falgi was nice to his face. And then talking, like I actually said the same thing as, like, one of my issues between, like, with the Chud and Nick stuff. Where it's like, where's the maintaining energy? Share them? Okay, I'll just put them up on screen. Like, where's the maintaining of energy with this shit? Do you know what I mean? If you don't like Malcolm, call Malcolm a cuck. And be like, hey, cuck. Hey, cuck. Dude, what the fuck am I doing? I don't like you, and I don't like the fact that you're working. Like, I think working Ash is working with you. I don't want any fucking issues from that. I'm not gonna like get in the way of her bag, but you know, if they do, I want that. I want it noted that if we're fighting, she needs to stay out of it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to say something about this public because it shouldn't happen. Something should be like that. I don't know. But he did try to cuck morale. Oh, this is the other thing as well. Yeah, talking about Cloudy behind the scenes. The messages to Rena about cucking morale. Apparently, I have been told that there is wider context for those, by the way. And I'm going to be honest. Did this conversation take place after this call? No, it was before. This is like the 7th to the 10th. The call is in August. So this is like a month before the call. I've been told there's wider context for the Cloudy DMs about cucking morale. I don't really know what the wider context is, but it still looks like pretty fucking weird. Morale's slimy, though. I don't know. Like, again, I'm not here to, like, fucking defend morale by any fucking means. Though, hello, morale, because I know you're fucking watching. Hope you're having a good night, buddy. But, you know, it's a crazy thing. If you don't care about these people, why are you going to so much effort to, shut down conversation about them? Yeah, guys, I'm just going to do a big read of super chats at the end as well. You've all been very generous tonight. I really appreciate it.
Making it is completely fine. Not being able to make it, also completely fine. I don't particularly care.
We do like a lot of D&D, so
yeah, we're also. I mean, listen, you guys have a lot of D&D stuff.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say at this point, like, it seems. I mean, I don't know. I don't really look at much of the other servers anymore. I kind of just, even before I got more busy, I just assume you guys seem to have like a game every day. If you guys are free for stream, you could either DM. Honestly, it'd probably be better if Falgi DMs you if he wants you for a stream.
This is the moment when it's a full firing call. I'm gonna replay that. Actually,
you guys.
I want you to really key in to what Cloudy says here, and this is a question of: are we able to come on stream anymore?
A lot of D&D stuff.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say at this point, like, it seems. I mean, I don't know. I don't really look at much of the other servers anymore. I kind of just, even before I got more busy, I just assume you guys seem to have like a game every day. If you guys are free for stream, you could either DM. Honestly, it'd probably be better if Falgi DMs you if he wants you for a stream. Otherwise, you can DM him if you're in waiting or something. But
we're just reorganizing the mod team, guys. We're just reorganizing the mods. By the way, you're no longer allowed on stream. Don't even fucking ask. If you're needed on stream, we'll fucking summon you. That's it. Unbelievable. The balls on this woman to say something like this. You are not even a fucking content creator. You are someone's girlfriend. That's it. The only reason many of like in the creator side, I'll give you a bit of a fucking behind the scenes. The only reason Cloudy got tolerated is because of her connection to Falgi. I know that she has been like friends with people in this space. I am not telling you to cut your connections off. I'm just giving you the impression from our side as creators. We were just like, this chick's gonna be a fucking problem. Because this is exactly why. Yeah, so my boyfriend runs the channel now, and I've taken away your permissions, and he'll call you, okay? Dude, you fucking Karen. Wild. Absolutely fucking wild.
I've adjusted the roles already, and like I said, if you guys just the only, I guess, not even an obligation, because I'm not asking you do everything on your own time. Whatever you guys need to do. I'm looking forward to seeing Ash and Q take on your guys' own channel stuff. I think it'll be really interesting.
Yeah, I know you guys have helped us build this channel, but I can't wait to see you go the fuck somewhere else.
And then, like for KJ, like I said, just focus on the D&D game. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna look really good. Like the stuff that Blue talks about has been really interesting.
So we can't just jump in the live anymore, is basically.
No, I made it so most people cannot.
Did you not hear me? Did I like stutter, motherfucker? No, you can't. I like the way the question, like there's always like a question afterwards, because like the rest of the Op Block crew are clearly, this is blindsided them completely, and they are genuinely fucking confused at what the fuck is happening. Dude, I'm a mix between absolutely fucking furious at hearing all of this and just astonished at how absurd it is. So like, I hope like earlier, if you go back in this stream and you watch how I am at the beginning, I have obviously been very much struggling with exactly how I want to talk about this, because I am obviously fucking angry. I on behalf of the people who like have been fucked over in this. But it is very funny. It's just so stupid. It's so fucking absurd, guys. Just what are you meant to do with it? I read through the drama thread on the Op Block stuff, and like because I've been reading it for 2 days. It's very rare that I go into other people's Discords to actually read things. Normally, I'm pretty transparent. You know, if I go into somebody else's Discord and I'm like, okay, is there a community reaction or something? I just name search myself. But this time, I sat and I read the threads. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And it's been really interesting watching that thread as a mixture of the people who are desperately going, it's a nothing burger, nothing is happening here, this is all ridiculous. People should shut up about it. Morale is just a fucking piece of shit. Mixed with a couple of people going, hey, actually, there is definitely some stuff here that we should probably talk about, right? There's definitely some shit going on. And those people sort of getting very slowly drowned out. Some of this is like, and again, perhaps because I'm a creator, and there's a view to this, but burning your staff this way is absolutely unacceptable. I'll just talk a bit about the Clips channel. You know, like KJ and Ash, I'm again completely transparent. And if either of them ever wanted to renegotiate this or talk about it separately, we could happily do that. They know I'm open to stuff. It's like KJ's doing that work along with Ash. And then long term, they will own that channel. They will own 100% of the revenue. That's the agreement we've struck up. But if they're like, well, it's not working the right way, we can always discuss that. But in the case of Max, my previous editor, I am so aware of trying to treat your staff well that for several months, I had no video projects for Max. He was doing no work for the channel because I had no work for him. And he was still paid 30% of the channel income. because like that's what we agreed. It wasn't Max's fault. I didn't have any work for him. Max even came to me and said, you probably shouldn't be paying me this month. I haven't done any work for like 2 months. And I was like, no, that's the agreement. That's the agreement. So like $10? No, I think it was about somewhere in the region of, depending on the month, like $700 to $800 a month. Something like that. I might be lowballing it. There were some good months and some bad months, you know. Like 30%. But that was the agreement. That's what Max was paid. And it was like, even when I came to like cutting that relationship with Max, he was so good about it. He was like, well, obviously, and I feel bad, like you don't even have to pay. No, that's the agreement. You agree things with people, that's what you do. And if there is ever a problem, you should be able to approach the creator you're working with. It's like a retainer. It was a retainer. That's why even if I didn't have any work for him, he still gets paid. And he was very talented. I highly recommend Max as an editor. He is fucking excellent. If you're, again, and you should be approachable as a creator. This is like staff drama, because this isn't just mod drama. What this is staff drama. And Quimmin is right. I did go batshit over the Will and his channel stuff. Because the easiest way to fuck yourself over as a creator is fucking with the money and payment and everything else of your staff. That's it. It just looks incredibly unethical. It is the bare minimum you should be able to do. And I have tried to be very keyed in. And I've always, I've spoken about this on stream before. So it is very surprising to find Falgi just not following this basic rule. That makes sense to everybody? So, from my perspective, Malcolm's perspective, and other elements, there is an additional element to this drama, which for those of us who are, running channels, looks really fucking bad.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. The biggest thing is again, this is not a push. This is a suggestion. Focus on your own private things. The biggest reason why is like the fucking commentary has changed. Like straight up. Unironically, this is like an actual true story. I popped into Chud's stream today, and even Chud was like, "I'm out of the house. I don't get along with anybody anymore." Like even he said it. Everybody feels it, and nobody's really making the effort to be friendly again and to like have like a network of people to send each other.
Falgi has systematically annoyed and burnt relationships with multiple creators. And again, there's a truth to this. Commentary has become much more of a fortress arc. That's the reality. But part of my frustration here is I don't want to burn Falgi, by the way. And again, while I have a huge amount of criticisms here, he needs to respond. He needs to give his side. In my opinion, he needs to, and I've said this to him, and to be fair, he has said it before, like I have. He recognizes that there are some serious issues here. I'm tired of watching people fucking break themselves. I meant what I said when I said I was like, I'm not going to step in and fight it, and I don't want to cover it. And if I hadn't seen how bad this shit was, I wouldn't have, because I don't want this. Fuck, I used to have 2 really good other friends. There's this really good-looking Mexican guy I know. Very funny guy, likes D&D. There's another guy, another Italian. He's pretty funny as well, talented. And they don't stream anymore.
Other 2. So if that's the case, if we're gonna just fucking do it, we make it. I don't give a fuck. That was always part of the channel. That was always part of the ethos of the channel, was to support other people's goals, aspirations, and things like that. So I want to continue it that way. I want to pay it forward, and that's how we will continue to do it.
I want to pay it forward, and by pay it forward, I mean fire all of you, and then systematically engage in a campaign of, like, fucking slander, I guess? Thanks for playing!
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else to say.
I don't either. I have to go. if you guys need to, again, if the perms don't work or something, or you need something from me, you can just DM me. But unless Falgi needs something, I genuinely don't need anything for you guys.
I'm running a damn tabletop store, mister. Doesn't mean I don't miss you.
Like I said, I felt pretty
Chris is
bad.
Chris is playing Crimson Desert. I shouldn't have bought him Crimson Desert. He was coming back to streaming. I did this to myself.
I adjusted my behavior, so.
Okay, sorry, we'll go back.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye. I have to go. If you guys need to, again, if the perms don't work or something, or you need something from me, you can just DM me. But unless Falgi needs something, I genuinely don't need anything for you guys. Like I said, I felt pretty bad, and I adjusted my behavior. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.
Oh, bye, honey. Yeah,
no.
I adjusted my behavior. I mean, I don't even know if that's true. I don't know if like Cloudy's always just been like this. My behavior is perfect now. Hey Becky, you mind unhiding my main Midge and Maddox so I don't have to use a Gala Lol here? You're not hidden, Midge. What? I think you're still modded. You might actually no, I don't think you're modded anymore, but you're not hidden. Are you? Okay, if you I'll check. I haven't hidden you. Someone else might have. But I didn't.
Shit to do. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to focus on now. Ash, Greg, if
Hi.
you're both available.
Yeah.
No.
How do I edit?
Hey guys, I know I just fired you, but now's as good a time as any. I'm gonna have a cigarette. I just what the thoughts? Thoughts, anybody? So this has been it's been a difficult conversation. Teach me how to use fucking DaVinci Resolve. No, you're doing this wrong. Look, how are you going to be a professional YouTube channel if you don't get them to train you before you fucking fire them? Ugh, dude.
You have fun. I'm watching Clash in Paris.
Give me a second.
Okay, let me at least download the stream first.
Okay.
How much storage do you have also for?
2 terabytes?
Okay, that's good.
Look, nothing else really happens here, but I just want you to sit through how long the next sort of like 5 minutes are of him being taught to edit by the people he's just fucking fired. I just, let's have a gander.
For video, you probably need more eventually, but
So,
Yeah,
give
I
a
thought
recommendation.
I talked
okay.
to quite about it.
good.
So my recommendation is to get a portable.
Thank
hard
you,
drive.
Cash. Please enjoy
Like,
emo
all the
Beckett.
streams
Oh,
and all the
nice.
editing on that portable hard drive because it will fill up fast.
Yeah, so
Like,
Yeah, you don't want
teaching-
another thing computer that
teaching
you do.
right now is fine, but like you need to do that because otherwise it's just gonna overtake your computer and it's gonna be a
Yes.
nightmare.
I hardly edit, and it's like it's all of my space still.
I have.
I need to go through. I
like-
need to comb through and delete all the shit that I've already turned into
Yeah, that's
everybody.
what what's it? Hold up.
All right, I'm going. I'll pop back in later if you guys are still here,
Really?
or
Okay.
whatever. Come on.
Will Willie get Destiny?
I think it's very funny. It's very funny to me that the last 4 people in this call, the people left, are the people who are going to get fucking burnt the hardest. I just absolutely fucking. Was that how it works? Because I'll listen. I'll hold my hands up when I'm wrong or something. And Greg still being around. Yeah, sure. If Greg wasn't fired, that's great. But it's like, well, Greg left right before Falgi was like the Eye of Sauron turned. He was like, well, you 3 are left. You're fucking dead. Dude.
Arrested. How did his orbit respond? Sorry. Find out. No, I'm doing I'm making a post.
Like I was gonna
I would-
say, because I edit and I have like almost like 500 gigabytes of like videos plus edited videos on my portable hard drive, and it's just like
Yeah, so like obviously the big thing is making sure everything is good.
Oh, dude. It's fucking absurd.
Let me-
Actually crazy.
Into the
actually crazy.
Trash. Yeah, the big thing for me is now making sure that I can make certain things work. Because
Now that I've got rid of all the people who know how to make things work, I should probably learn how to do that, right? Right.
I don't know how they work. Oh, got me feeling me down.
Something tells me you did not think this shit through.
Agonize your heart. Fuck the pain away. No, let it ruin.
I like the way everyone else in the call is basically silent because they've just realized that they've been fired. And Valji's just fucking singing.
Let me go to...
Dude. I can't even. Please enjoy some stickers, guys, while we get through this.
I believe so. I believe that this is the queen stuff. Because even if I don't upload it, or is it ponder? Why is it still limited? I already asked for that. It's under review. It's been under review for like fucking 2 days. This fucking stream has over almost 500,000 views. Fix it. Not 500,000. 5K views. Fucking fix it. Sorry, I'm annoyed with YouTube. Let me go to the actual videos. I just want to see where the
They had to sit through this, so do you.
queen shit is in the beginning. Okay, perfect. Okay. Video. Okay, so I'm downloading the video now.
Okay.
And then I will learn!
Okay. How long do the videos downloaded?
Oh, wait. No. Wait, is this what I wanted? No, pause downloading. Okay, I see what I did wrong. I downloaded the video from a different thing. That's what, okay. Live. Okay, download. It's different. Okay. It's gonna take... How many minutes? 12 minutes? 11 minutes? Jesus Christ, this thing's huge. I'm gonna pee real quick. I really gotta use the restroom. Give me like 20 to 40 seconds.
Okay. Right, we're done. We're done with that. Where's my next one? Give me 2 seconds. Okay. There's more? Yeah, we're halfway done. We're halfway done. Now, to be clear, we're not listening to all 2 hours of this. They basically go through the call together. We are only listening to the first, like, half an hour. Let me catch you up. After all this happens, after basically I wake up to KJ being kicked from my mod team without even speaking to me, I had a conversation with Falji where I basically said, what the fuck is going on? And why is your mod drama bleeding into my community? Why are rumors being spread with no fucking evidence? And why is this information like I've looked at it, it's nothing. And Falji in that call was like, okay, look, I'm upset. And I think one of the things he said to me was, it's honestly no one's business. I'm sorry, mate. It is people's business. You made it other people's business because you kept bringing people from other communities into your like close inner circle and it bled into mine. If this had just been a fucking mod drama without any connections to me, it wouldn't be any of my business. I wouldn't have heard about it, and I wouldn't have fucking cared about it. That's actually not true. I think, like, fuck, I think I'd have some comments if Falji was just doing this to his general staff, but, like, I wouldn't have known. Anyway, so, I made it clear to Falji how annoyed I was. He understood that. He was like, okay, I'll calm. I need to chill. He did not, spoiler alert, he didn't fucking chill. He molded and seethed about this. For, what are we? What are we? It's in fucking April? What's that? Like, 8 months? Is that 8 months of fucking seething about this shit? But you're more pissed because pissed in your backyard? Yeah, look, I've said this multiple times. I just don't want to hear about this shit. Right? Don't make your problems, your interpersonal problems for me. It seems very simple. Yes, this all happened in August. So I was pretty, like, pissed, but I was like, sure, whatever, deal with it. After that, he would have this call with Diesel. Now, even after this call, he would, like, Cloudy was still doing things, everyone was still doing stuff behind the scenes. We're gonna listen. Diesel is incredibly pissed at Falgi. I didn't even realize how bad it was. Their relationship completely fucking evaporated. I'm starting to think that the only reason Diesel didn't outright burn Falgi is kind of because, like, Falgi was in, like, good standing with, like, me and other people, and Diesel didn't want to just fuck up his channel. Because if Diesel had come out in August and talked about this, he would have burned Falgi, and he was pissed. Maybe this shit should have been dealt with at that time. But one thing that Diesel, because Diesel was like, yeah, sure, here's the call, we can go over it. Diesel wants to make clear that his opinions of Falgi and, like, his thoughts and feelings on this have degraded significantly since this point. And they're not great in this call, to be honest. So, there's your layup. Let's get into it.
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? I'm just calling you. I just want to kind of like give you some updates on some things that are happening that I guess are now out of my control, and kind of just keep you abreast on a couple different things. Yesterday, internally, I had swapped some of the staff roles specifically for Ash, KJ, and Q. Just to
Hold on. 2 seconds. Firstly, Access, I again reading at the end, but thank you very much, 50, incredibly generous. I need to re-listen to that.
like give you some updates on some things that are happening that I guess are now out of my control, and kind of just keep you abreast on a couple different things. Yesterday, internally, I had swapped some of the staff roles specifically for.
To be clear, this is on the, like, 1st of the 9th. Which means that mod call happened on, like, the 30th/31st. I need to check something. Give me a second. This is important. Okay. Yeah, it happened on the 31st. So the mod call happened on the 31st, right? Volume up? Yeah, sure. If the mod call happened on the 31st, the day before this, then I can confirm by the dates of the DMs I've got that it seems that they were already laying the groundwork, even before that mod call, to burn KJ, Q, and Ash. People were being warned about them. Specifically my mods. My admins, sorry. Which means they knew. They knew what the outcome of that mod call was going to be. Like, this is premeditated. Like, you can't argue. And to be clear, I'm not sharing DMs because, as I've said, I don't know whether, like, the person giving that information was told to go and tell somebody and they didn't really know what was going on. I don't know whether it was their own volition. I'm keeping people, like, because I don't know. So I'm keeping people out of things. And I think people, like with the KJ stuff, I think people have been heavily manipulated. And I do mean that word, manipulated. This is manipulation, shit stirring, and slander. But yeah, they knew. And the intention was, hey, keep an eye on Ash, Q, and KJ. That's why in that mod call, every time Q asks, can I help? It's no. It's immediately no. Ash, can I join a stream? No. How can you not want this burned out the space? I do want this burned out the space. And I mean, dude, whatever Cloudy says about this, there is, and Falgi, look, you better have some really fucking good answers.
For Ash, KJ, and Q, just the reason being is they're not as focused on the channel as they used to.
We'll restart it because it was quiet. Diesel, to be clear, I have some mean critiques of friends here, the fired ops, but we're all sitting in a VC right now watching the stream, so we are good. They all listen to this. Yeah.
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? I'm just calling you. I just want to kind of like give you some updates on some things that are happening that I guess are now out of my control, and kind of just keep you abreast on a couple different things. Yesterday, internally, I had swapped some of the staff roles specifically for Ash, KJ, and Q. Just the reason being is they're not as focused on the channel as they used to be. With Ash, is completely fine because specifically for mod rolling stuff, they still had staff roles and things like that. I was texted this morning regarding the fact that KJ was removed from CopeCast's mod team. I have nothing to do with that.
I have nothing to do with that. It's just a crazy coincidence that after I have a mod call getting rid of everyone, KJ is gone. It's just, dude, funny how things work.
I spoke with KJ. I spoken with Beckett about it. It appears that Beckett's mods don't like KJ. And
once again, do you notice the spin here? It appears that Beckett's mods don't like KJ. Why? Why wouldn't they like KJ? None of them have ever fucking talked to KJ at this point. Like, the odd interaction, but literally nothing. They know he works with me. So why would they have a bad impression, Falgi? This is something that no one seems to fucking answer. Oh, well, the CopeCast mods just came to this conclusion all on their own. Insane! It really fucks me off, actually. Fuck, sorry. I'm like fucking... I'm gonna like develop DID or something. Like, I feel like I'm just like switching tones so much. It really fucks me off because it sounds like when Falgi says this, he is blaming my mods. And by extension, something that's like happening behind the scenes in my community that is just not going on. Or like directly involving me that I might have some knowledge of, which I don't. And it's nothing that, like, I woke up to this as a complete fucking surprise. You'll notice, by the way, if you click on Falgi's profile, that he has a little green role, which is called Threat. And, which is ironic, considering all this. But many people have the Threat role. It is essentially a role given to people in the CopeCast server where, you know, you're somebody who either, like, works with, like, has done work for the channel, or you're, like, a particularly notable person who I think is kind of cool. Like, Gallagher has one. Fucking, like, Axe has Threat role. And it basically gives you pretty much full access to the Discord. It is mod in everything other than name. And after KJ was kicked, there was a discussion with my admins where they were like, okay, well, KJ doesn't do actually much actual modding, right? He doesn't go in through and like delete chats. He doesn't like do any of that moderation stuff. So can we like get rid of, like, can we not remod him? And I was like, okay, I know you guys want the mod team to be a bit more like cohesive. God, fuck. Was that a mistake? Jesus. But what I'll do is I'll give KJ the Threat role, and then it's mod in everything but name. And that was the sort of solution, I guess. But the way this is painted, and the way it's been painted as well in other conversations, well, you know, I don't know why Beckett doesn't listen to his admins about KJ. I don't know why he doesn't listen to his... Why doesn't he listen to us about KJ? Because you guys are fucking lying. And unlike other people, I am not prepared to go on pure hearsay to burn random fucking people. I want some evidence, which is why I've spent the last several days since this started going through, having conversations with different people, working out everyone's side of it, so I can come to some fucking conclusions. And when the stuff with KJ happened, I did that. I went through and asked for evidence. There was none. There is still none. In fact, the stuff that's being even implied, I've seen the other side of, and it is being twisted. It is purely being spun. In some cases, he is willfully being taken out of context. There's almost no way to misread it. And then, this is also kind of look, again, not a major thing, minor, but still annoying. It's like an attack on me, right? It's like, well, Beckett doesn't know what he's doing. Beckett's keeping around this Killjoy guy. I know that people have felt uncomfortable since I have remodded Killjoy because they have heard this stuff. I know that people left my mod team because I remodded Killjoy. And I know that Shadow has been blamed for it, by the way, and it's not Shadow's choice. Shadow did it because he is like admin of the team. He's the one who put him in place. He's the one who said, hey, we've added Killjoy back in. It wasn't Shadow's choice. It was mine. And to be clear, KJ, even without this drama, was already going to be remodded this month. Because I had conversations with Shadow about a month and a half ago where I was like, KJ is running the Clips channel. He should be a mod. He is staff. He shouldn't have been kicked in the first fucking place. And I get, again, I have no hate for the mods who left because KJ had been, like, remodded. I've got no issues with anybody who feels like, who felt uncomfortable with KJ being around, because you guys have been fucking lied to. Of course you don't understand why I brought KJ back. The only thing you have fucking heard is all this, like, shit that's been said about him, none of which is fucking true. And, like, I'm not having this conversation, like, I'm not saying this about Ash, because, like, Ash isn't a mod, if that makes sense, but I'm sure the same is true of stuff that has been said about Ash behind the scenes. That's an assumption, but I've got no reason to think otherwise. And if anybody, by the way, who is uncomfortable with KJ or any of this stuff wants to have a conversation with me, you are more than welcome. My DMs are open to you, especially in this case.
It was like a purity test thing. And I just guess that people are just dropping from the channel, which is fine, but I wanted to make you aware. I am assuming, based on my understanding of it, since I've been removed, I assume Hal is the one that removed me from her server, which is basically...
But you stop talking.
Yeah, it's because of, like, a question of, like, is like there a purity test around, like, working with Malcolm or being associated with Malcolm's server or being in Sidespace or whatever. It is a fucking purity test. That's exactly what it fucking is. And it's not just a purity test, by the way, of are you friendly with Malcolm? Are you friendly with Sai? It's a purity test of does Cloudy like you?
Hello? Oh boy.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Oh, okay, so Hal, very quickly. Hal is a community member and friend of Diesel's. I also like Hal. I've known Hal for like 2 years. They play D&D together. She's pretty chill. She's part of the D&D podcast stuff that, like, they're working on now, which I was on an episode of recently. Actually, do you know what? Well, I've got 711 of you here. I hope that, like, you can see now I've laid it out, this KJ stuff, and it would be helpful if you don't sub to me, but you go, like, Clip and Seethe is the name of the Clips channel. If you can go and drop a sub to Clip and Seethe so that we can get that channel, like, way more, like, up and running, so that they can start getting monetization going, they can start seeing that taking off. I want, like, we're going to hopefully, like, have some expansion into shorts and things, and that would be really appreciated. So, you know, again, because they didn't have to do that for me. They did it because they saw, like, I was, frankly, after getting 6 copyright strikes, pretty fucking stressed. And, you know, so yeah, if you could do that, that would be great.
That was my issue.
Hal removed you from her server?
Yeah, she removed me from the server, which is completely fine. I understand that she's gonna choose sides, and I'm not here to play stupid. I know that if things are being said about me behind my back, specifically by specific people, it is I know who she's gonna choose. That was never gonna bother me. I guess Q has now left my server, as well as the private ops server. I don't know what's happened. Killjoy has dropped out his DM, apparently. So that's a thing that I've...
So, one of the things that happened with this was Hal basically looked at this situation and went, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? Can someone explain why Falji's just walked in and kicked everybody? And Falji freaked at this. And again, because there was a D&D Discord, Falji left over it, so did Cloudy. That's my understanding anyway. You know, again, this is sort of like in August, I'm absorbing some of this stuff through osmosis. Oh, dude.
To deal with now. Little perturbed because I had the discussion with KJ today that I specifically didn't want that to happen, that he was keeping all of his perms the way that he always had it. It was just I was giving a thing, and that's kind of.
I think a lot of this is to do with Cloudy. And listen, if Falgi has all these fucking weird fetishes, develop one with a leash of some fucking kind.
Just what it is. I don't know. My annoyance is I give people an opportunity to speak, but I'm a little perturbed because it feels like I'm always extending the hand to figure out things that are going on, but nothing happens.
Mhm.
And like, I get it if Killjoy doesn't want to do the DM stuff anymore. He asked me today if he could start his own channel. I actually encouraged it.
Again, do you see the glossing over stuff? It wasn't, we had a reshuffle call and everyone's being a bit weird. It was, you called them into a call where you posed it as a reshuffle of the mods, but you were firing them. And then you asked Ash to teach you to fucking edit. This is dishonest. This is dishonest framing from Falgi of what is going on. So Diesel's like having to like piece this shit together, and Falgi's just desperate because I think probably Falgi realized, holy shit, this is way worse than I thought it was going to be. I freaked out.
Came back to him with the idea because he said, "Oh, can I use some of the stuff that was members content?" And I said, "Yeah, that's a great idea." I came back to him because I was a little iffy on it in the beginning, and I was like, "You know what? You're absolutely right. When the program goes out, start putting that stuff on your channel, and I'll remove it from my channel."
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. I'm just keeping you abreast because. Listen. Do you want me? Can I kind of be honest for a second?
Sure. What's up?
Please, God, be honest. Please, that'd be nice.
I don't appreciate the kind of the bullshit that I've been getting, and it's not you. It's not even just them. I don't appreciate the fact that if they came into my
To be clear, I didn't ask permission to start a channel. I asked if I could use some of the D&D shit I recorded for him. Yeah. Dude, there's more shit with that as well. There's a reason that D&D content hasn't come out. Dude, what an absolute shit show.
my server, and they asked me a channel question, they kind of have to go through Hal. I don't appreciate that. That's happened multiple times.
Hold on. We're gonna go back a second. I want to re-listen to this. Jesus. This is so fucking convoluted.
Listen, do you want me? Can I kind of be honest for a second?
Sure. What's up?
I don't appreciate the kind of the bullshit that I've been getting, and it's not you. It's not even just them. I don't appreciate the fact that if they came into my server and they asked me a channel question, they kind of have to go through Hal. I don't appreciate that. That's happened multiple times. And again, I don't hate Hal.
Wait, can you
I'm desperately trying to understand what the fuck he means by this. And also the irony that, like, apparently everything has to go through Cloudy. Alan chat, Lamau, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Same thing. It's the same thing she does to you.
What do you mean?
No drama talky. I don't listen to drama talk.
Yeah.
And it happened in my server the other day. KJ.
What? This is the moment Falgi nuked his relationship with Diesel. Okay, sit down, Lev. I was like, it was me. Shut up. Behave. Dude. Hal doesn't give a shit about this drama stuff. She just wants to play D&D and hang out and be friend and like hang out with a friend Diesel, right? And hang out with some friends. I don't. Dude.
They asked me a question, and KJ was like, "Oops, let me ask Hal."
Because you were like talking shop. And...
She's talking shop, and she doesn't like it. And again,
Yeah,
I don't care about that. It's just
To be clear, like, there is actually a standard rule that everyone's aware, because I've played at their table, right? Like, I know this is a rule. You don't talk drama shop at the in the D&D stuff. Like you DM somebody. If someone's playing and you need to talk about some drama stuff, you like DM somebody and you just go deal with it. But there's a reason for this. So okay, because I can see a couple of people going, well, why? That D&D group is an escape from the drama stuff. It's literally Diesel doesn't want to hear about drama stuff. Like when I've been in there, I don't want to hear about drama stuff. I just want to come and play some fucking D&D or whatever fucking game we're running. Right? It's a break. You can't do this 24/7. It's like, and that's why the rule exists. It's not just Hal's rule. It's that is the agreed rule of that group. And everyone knows that. It's really upfront because there's a lot of drama people who have played in that group and everyone knows the rule.
Personally, no one's being honest with me. And it's very obnoxious.
About that,
what they want to do with the channel.
Yeah.
And that does greatly upset me because I had nothing to do, because like this is feeling like there have been talks behind my back. And I don't do that to other people.
They've been talks behind my back. I'd never do that, Diesel. I'd never talk about people behind their back. Percy, Leia's right. Everyone talks shit. I talk shit, right? You just own that. Occasionally you talk shit behind people's back. That is fine, by the way, as long as you are prepared to say that shit to their face. That's the rule. If you're going to say something in private, make sure you are prepared to say it in public. However, this is even more fucking insane when I know that Falgi has been talking shit for a significant period of time behind my back, which again is fine. You just need to be honest about it. You're like, hey, Beckett, I think this thing you did is shit. Chris comes to me and is like, Beckett, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you doing this shit? Stop it. Stop being gay. It's very simple. It's easy. Like, funnily enough, actually, I accidentally leak Chris's DMs all the time. But it's like, you know, if Chris and I ever have a problem, and we don't really, we just talk about it. Same with Diesel. In fact, I will leak something. Really early on in my friendship with Diesel, he had a problem with something I did, and he didn't tell me beforehand. He got annoyed and then was like, well, I didn't know if I could tell you about it. I didn't know how you're at. I was like, dude, just fucking tell me. And since then, every time Diesel's like, I've done something, or like, I'm going to do something, and Diesel's like, I don't know how, I think that's a bad move for this reason, we just talk about it. I'm not precious. None of us should be. And again, the breakdown in communication from all this shit is what's caused the mess.
It's just greatly annoying. Again, I don't. This is me saying I have no issues with Hal. I just want to make it very clear. I just don't like that no one was upfront with me.
Yeah, if people don't want to, I mean, yeah, they're like spaces to talk drama, and then spaces not to. I like having like a place to turn off from it too. Personally, like sometimes I've hopped in a VC and like KJ or Q or somebody will be like, "Yo, did you hear about blah 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 blah?" And I'm like, I am off the clock right now. I do not care. And then they're like,
see, Diesel is just explaining what I just explained to you. I don't want to hear about it. I'm off the clock. I'm done. Done. Fuck off. Leave me alone.
Like, okay, Diesel. And then they stop. Just because I'm just not in a mood or whatever. People just have different levels of tolerance for it. Some people can enjoy it all the time, but I know I need to shut off from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's working backwards from this to, I mean, yeah, I cards on the table. I did know about this.
Yeah,
because of course I did. I was kind of waiting for you to come to me.
Yeah, I spoke with Becca this morning, and he told me that you two spoke.
See, again, I'm just like open and honest. Yeah, I spoke to Diesel. Hold on, I need to close some fucking tabs because my computer is like freaking the fuck out. Fucking dude. This is you good, buddy? Fuck, even my computer can't believe it. Jesus.
That Beckett and I spoke?
Previously about a message, but so I'm assuming the others have told you.
Yeah, well, I've gotten filled in on everything that happened. So I heard you had like a ops meeting and you were like, okay, so you took away the mod roles, right? Which is fine, and I think that's completely agreeable and okay. I don't disagree with that ruling at all. And then, but the problem is that like while doing that, you were not like explicitly, but like implicitly, like showing them the door, being like, if there's something you want to do, I encourage you to go do it with your own thing, kind of thing.
Okay.
Even Diesel's like, listen, I've heard about the mod call. This is this is he quieted them. Yeah, even Diesel doesn't know how to process it. Could you imagine? Like, I woke up to this information. Diesel basically is in the same situation. He's working on more information than I am, and he's still fucking confused as fuck why Falgi would do this. It doesn't make any sense, bro.
Well, here's the thing: they keep talking about it, and it never happens. I have been promised movie nights. I have like Ash did movie nights, stopped happening for D&D games.
Yeah.
Q wanted to do.
Did you express something. So when people?
I'm not doing that anymore. Perfectly honest, people are autonomous adults.
So
I can't keep. Sorry to cut you off, but I am personally very tired of being overly communicative and ask.
So I get this. Like, Matt Pitt was in the same fucking boat with NR. It is rough, but if that's the case, the response should be, okay, listen, we don't have any expectations of you. Clearly you want to do other things. You're keeping your roles. You can call in anytime you like. We all work together. You can be as involved or uninvolved. Actually, I'll give you an example from like this, like from Cope and Seethe, right? When this channel started, Jenny was actually the face of it. And over time, it became me. And we've had back and forth discussions. Sometimes Jenny is working on other projects. She's working with other people. She's got her own stuff going on. And it's very much like Jenny runs the back end. And then occasionally something will catch her eye and she's like, oh, I want Cope and Seethe to like have a look at this. I'm doing some research. Can you, like, would you be interested? Or like, she'll be, I don't know, working on like some random little video thing down the side, and like, well, there'll be some crossover there. But you just like adapt. And even that, like, we actually had a conversation this morning about like Jenny being like, hey, actually, I've just finished this other big project that I've been working on, and I've been looking at other things and some of the stuff that, you know, maybe I want to do in the drama space going forward, and get back more into researching potentially. And I'm like, yeah, God, yeah, that'd be awesome. Because you just have those conversations. This is a hobby. People have their lives. You can't do it like 24/7. You'll go fucking crazy. And you're just open and honest about that. Again, none of this is that serious. It doesn't need like fucking managerial mod calls of we're restructuring. We're going through a bit of a restructure, guys. I can't comment. I was introduced with, to you being to Cope and Seethe, you being the face of it. Yeah. And again, it's because I was going to stream, she was going to do videos, and in the long term, it just, again, it's ended up as me as the face. But Jenny is an integral part of this channel. Like, I talk to her regularly. It wouldn't work without her. That's the reality. Because all the back end stuff, everything else, a lot, like some of the deeper research stuff, when I need like something quick and really ironclad, Jenny. When I'm stressed about something and I need someone to go and talk to, Jenny's like one of my closest friends. So yeah, like, we are a team. Miss Jenny, I hope she's doing well. She's doing great. Doing absolutely awesome.
Asking if they have the ability to do that, because Asher said that they weren't unable to do it, which is fine. I didn't really get.
She was recently involved. Do you know what? Fuck it. I talked about the Chud Logic bee. Did you guys catch this? Chud Logic being trolled by a load of bees on Rust. That was Jenny was one of the team. That's what Jenny spent some of her time doing. How can we how can we annoy Chud on Rust? Dude. Based. Absolutely fucking based.
Give a shit about it. But like my whole thing is, okay, like Q for instance, Q begs me to do something and I said, "Hey, do something." And then it just doesn't happen. He constantly says that he's going to do something and it just doesn't happen. What am I supposed to I can't force him to do something.
Yeah.
With KJ has been fine. I mean, he was off research stuff. They weren't really modding. That's completely fine. There hasn't been really any stories. But again, I haven't been calling him a snake behind the scenes, which is what I'm being told he's been called behind the scenes.
It's like, this is what's insane as well. It's like, if the rumors are already spreading that KJ is a snake, it can only be spreading from your fucking group. And you only had this mod call with him yesterday. And you're completely amicable with him. So where's it coming from? Is it Cloudy? Is it someone else? It seems like it's you and Cloudy. And I cannot trust what Falgi says here. Because it is obviously disparate from the way he's been acting behind the scenes. And Cloudy's behavior is obviously disparate from the public face. One thing that Vlad leaked to Dickers was a DM of Cloudy saying, "Oh yeah, I lie. I'll lie for content, or I'll lie. Everyone lies. Everyone lies, guys. That is true. But the goal, especially if you're in like the public space, is to make sure you are aligned with what you are doing in private, so that when it gets found out, 'cause it always gets found out, you go, yeah, and so what? Who gives a shit? Who cares? Everyone has some sort of like front to an extent. Like, I'm probably closer as like a person online to like what you're seeing on this stream and on streams generally to how I am in real life. I'm a shit liar. I don't mask well. But if you are the sort of person who lies, why the fuck would you admit to it in a DM? Like, the amount of stuff that's put in writing. Does anyone know about the post office scandal in the UK? The post office scandal where they're like admitting to knowing that like the software is bad and people are being arrested falsely. They're just admitting to it in emails and texts. It's like that. It's like, if you're doing shit and you're being snaky, don't put it in fucking writing. You're such a... How dumb are you? I'm just going to leave a large paper trail of evidence, guys. Awesome. Well done. Well played. Good. GG. Well played. Thanks for coming around.
Yeah, I think that comes from Beckett's mod team or whatever.
Yeah.
Why has Diesel heard this? Where has Diesel heard this? Who said to Diesel, yes, it's come from Beckett's mod team? Because it obviously fucking wasn't me. So why does he think this? I genuinely want an answer to this question. I genuinely want an answer to this fucking question. Why, before the mod call even fucking happened, there was like rumors that my mod team did not like KJ. Insane.
A lot of them don't like them. There are also chatters that don't like them either. They feel very uncomfortable. Lord Rush?
Yeah.
Did you hear about what happened with Lord Rush?
No, what happened?
So he pulled a Nani essentially and used my name and Beckett's names and other people's names to essentially like strong arm people.
Mm-hmm. That's annoying.
And was sexually creepy to somebody.
Okay.
Like straight the fuck up.
Yeah.
And the reason this person never came to us, because she said, and I quote, I feel uncomfortable with Killjoy and Ash in the room, specifically Ash because of Emrau, and I really don't want myself to be content.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of, I took that to heart and was like, listen.
Wait, what?
To essentially like strong arm people.
Mm-hmm. That's annoying.
and was sexually creepy to somebody. Like
Okay.
straight the fuck up.
Yeah.
And the reason this person never came to us, because she said, and I quote, I feel uncomfortable with Killjoy and Ash in the room, specifically Ash because of Emrau, and I really don't want myself to be content.
What the fuck does that mean? And who? Yeah, some anonymous person. Yeah, I don't, because of the morale shit. Is this like a reference to like Ash using like a morale joke avatar? Again, is this from Cloudy? Doesn't this also... Hold on. I'm trying to think about what's been said publicly. Give me a second. It's been a very long week. So there was conversation, at least, about concerns to do with morale and, I don't know, drawing attention from morale? I don't know. What? This is so fucking bizarre, bro. I pre-listened to some of this call at like massively increased speed, so I don't know. Jesus, okay.
And that kind of I took that to heart and was like, listen, these people aren't necessarily, and this was like a newer mod. Like these people aren't feeling comfortable because.
Wait, what? Hold on a second. I'm really sorry, guys. I actually need to hear this back again. I'm having to piece things together on the fly as well for some of this. I really need to rehear that.
Him to do something.
Yeah.
With KJ has been fine behind the scenes, which is what I'm being told. He's been called behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think that comes from Beckett's mod team or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of them don't like them. There are also chatters that don't like them either. They feel very uncomfortable. Lord Rush.
Yeah.
Did you hear about what happened with Lord Rush?
No, what happened?
So he pulled a Nani essentially and used my name and Beckett's names and other people's names to essentially like strong arm people.
Mm-hmm. That's annoying.
And was sexually creepy to somebody.
Okay.
Like straight the fuck up.
Yeah.
And the reason this person never came to us, because she said, and I quote, I feel uncomfortable with Killjoy and Ash in the room, specifically Ash because of Emrau, and I really don't want myself to be content.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of I took that to heart and was like, listen, these people aren't necessarily, and this was like a newer mod, like these people aren't.
So okay. So here's part of the problem. And I'm really trying to understand what the fuck is going on here, because okay, I'm really trying to understand what the fuck is going on here. Claim here is that one of the reasons people were uncomfortable at Ash is because this person said, I don't want to come to you about the Rush stuff because I'm uncomfortable with Ash and this is a newer mod. Now, I don't know Falgi's mod team. I don't know when people were modded. But, like, again, if they're a newer mod, why would they have these impressions? If they're a newer mod, why are you letting them push out your fucking editor? And I'm really trying not to jump to assumptions of who this is, by the way, because I don't know what the fuck happened with Rush. But this is fucking bizarre. I'm really trying to make sense of it because it's I don't know whether that's even true. I don't know whether there is a new mod. I don't know whether this is just a lie. God, it's fucking frustrating picking this apart.
Feeling comfortable because of XYZ. I can tell them I trust these people, but if they don't implicitly trust them, I need to kind of make some things very clear.
Yeah.
But
actually, no, you don't. Actually, no, you don't. If you have a new mod coming in and you're like, you don't really know this person well, and you've got pre-established people that you trust, the answer is, you are my mod. You are providing a service to me. I respect you. But if you are not comfortable with the decisions I'm making, you're not my, you can't mod for me. You at some level have to trust me. This is not your, this is my channel. This is my space. You need to trust me. And again, it's like in the same way. If anyone is like, if any of the mods are uncomfortable with me modding KJ, I completely understand. You leave, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh well, no, fuck, I trust KJ, but if the mods don't, then that's like an overriding thing. No, I'm sorry. The reality is you have to take control at least some level. And I'm very hands off, and even I understand this. Even I accept this. Falgi is way more fucking hands-on with me, and is apparently like, and this is just him seemingly allowing his mods to dictate who he's allowed to have around him. Bro, what the fuck are you doing? You're talking about this being a professional YouTube channel and space that you're creating, but you can't even stand up to your mods and be like, listen, you need to just fucking trust my judgment.
So then it sounds like you were like, okay, let me go and accommodate the new mods over Ash and KJ.
No, not necessarily. This has been on the table for a while. This restructuring has been on the table for over a month.
So you have been thinking about...
Yeah. So once again, this lines up with the fact that people were going around behind the scenes to pre-warn my admins ahead of time because they knew this was going to happen. So you bring in this new mod team, you decide you are going to burn your current co-hosts and other people involved in this channel, and then you get everything in place and jump them with it. Yeah, that's a really strong, trusting friendship. I can't believe that they were unhappy with how this played out. I don't understand why everyone's so mad at me. Bro, dude, if you'd asked me this, I would have told you how this would have played out. Absolutely fucking brain dead.
Yes, move it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it was as soon as I was doing work for Malcolm, he was gonna can me, dude. So it's the stuff with the other mod, like a fucking cover. Is it real? Is it legit? It's a good solid question. Fuck me.
This restructuring has been there for over a month because Ash is fine. Ash has done the thumbnail stuff, but like a specific thing was asked yesterday. Can I rejoin while working for Malcolm? I said no. I don't like Malcolm. I'm sorry. I have to draw a line. It's not a purity test thing. This guy's A-logging me, and I just don't feel comfortable.
Dude, it is a purity test. And secondly, why do you care? Why do you care? You know, I have never pushed anyone out of this community for being friendly with another creator who, like, again, you can check this. When, like, Malcolm, like, a load of people were, like, gravitating to Malcolm and they were shit-talking me, I can go and get the message to the mods. Is that worth me doing just to prove this point? Where I was like, okay, let me just have a look at this. I'm almost tempted to show you my reaction here, just to show you the difference. Give me a second. Okay, I'm just gonna read this to you. I can't be bothered to clip it. Hey mods, a bit of housekeeping. Generally speaking, you all seem to have been doing a great job with handling community issues and supporting Shadow/Oz, which allows me to be hands off. I've really appreciated that. That said, as everyone's been getting settled, I have let a few things sort of slip through and probably shouldn't. I do have to be clear, modding for me means modding the things that happen in this community. I didn't say anything when Lissy shared a member stream in Malks, but they shouldn't have been banned. I've always held the position that people can share member stuff. I get that what annoyed people was the concern trolling in another community, and I didn't want to start yanking the chain because it was a one-off thing. And then there is basically me going, however, I've just finished dealing with the stuff involving Killjoy. For those that missed it, KJ was demodded. Like, this is me very clearly going, hey, don't fucking do this shit. You're doing a great job, just a little correction. On the other side, and that's somebody sharing a member stream and basically going, because Lissy was basically saying, I don't think Beckett, I think Beckett's stressed and I don't think he's making the right decisions. She's a chatter. That's absolutely fucking fine. Who cares? People are going to have differing opinions. On the other hand, Falgi's like, well, no, I'm being A-logged by Malcolm. I need to make sure that my ship's tight. Fucking who gives a... What? It's Malcolm, dude. What the fuck? Why?
Comfortable with it anymore.
So by join you mean join the ops?
Like come back on, because Ash didn't... Ash has taken time off the stream. because out of it was something that we agreed upon, and I said, like, if you're still working for Malcolm, he's going to put you in a line of fire. Malcolm, from my understanding,
this is such fucking cope. This is such cope. Oh, if you're working for Malcolm, he's going to use you. He's going to use you as a human shield. I'm just trying to protect you, Ash.
Doesn't even credit them on their thumbnails.
Okay. And
I didn't want that for them.
I mean, they really shouldn't get. I don't think they should get credited for most of the work as long as they're getting paid. I think it's fine to not get credited. But
okay, that's fine.
If Ash wants to get on like stream and it fucks Ash's bag, I mean that's on them.
Wait, hey Lazy. Wait, when I first met Falgi, we were on a stream, a call with Malcolm in it. When did they start hating each other? Well, Falgi has been quietly seething behind the scenes for months. And being very quiet about it. He's been like molding in group chats and shit about Malcolm. But he won't say anything to Malcolm. He won't even say, as far as I'm aware, he won't even say anything publicly about how much he hates Malcolm. I don't know. Bro, insanity. I will say Malcolm has never stated, has stated he never hated Falgi. He got mean girl cat claws energy. Yeah, that's all Malcolm is. He's just bitchy. It's not that deep. Okay, I just got here. I don't know what this is about, really. For those just catching up, Falgi and a group of people around him basically gay-opped the former staff members out of what I can only assume is pettiness and paranoia. Dude, this is such a fucking mess.
Right? I know you don't fuck with Malcolm, but like it doesn't really sound like it's over the work. It sounds more like you don't fuck with Malcolm, so you don't want Ash on it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I misspoke when I said it. I'll reiterate what I was saying because I realized I was speaking too fast. What I am personally saying is that I made it very clear to Malcolm that I didn't want my friend to be fucked over. I also made this clear to Beckett when I spoke with him today. Yeah, and I made this clear to Beckett when I spoke with him today.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't actually think that's true. I don't have the call. I could be wrong. I don't remember talking to Falgi about Ash. Never fully trust a man in a maid's outfit. Good evening, Shamu. How you doing, bro?
I said, because the ask was, why is KJ...
Oh shit, I was supposed to stream with Falgi Saturday. I'm not really sure what to do about that. I don't think he's streaming on Saturday. I don't think you have to worry, Lazy. I think you might need to make other plans. Okay. Something tells me a little I don't know, a voice in my head. I call it a gut instinct.
KJ being called like an op, and I said I never said that. I just never have. Like I've never done that. What I explained to them, and this was me speaking out of turn, is I don't want retaliation towards you from him while you're on my stream.
Yeah, but that's ultimately like
that's their choice.
Beckett, will you stream with Lazy? I haven't had Lazy on for ages. Yeah, I definitely stream with Lazy. She knows where to find me whenever she wants.
But I couldn't live with my conscience over it.
I couldn't live with my conscience if Malcolm, if working with Malcolm put Ash in the firing line. I couldn't cope with it. I'd feel so guilty. That's why I've had to burn everyone and slander them to keep them safe, Diesel. Don't you understand? This is fucking wild, dude.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Even Diesel's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can hear Diesel for the first 10 minutes trying to understand, and now he's just like, bro, what the actual fuck are you doing? Actually wild.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not fucking kidding you, dude. I don't want to screw other people's bags over it. I didn't kick KJ
Yeah, but
out.
then that's Ash's bag to screw over. Like, if Ash, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't sound like a good reason to be like, you shouldn't be on stream. Like, if you don't want Ash on stream, just be like, I don't think you should be on stream. And yeah, Ash is an editor. Ash should focus on those things.
Yes,
You know,
and
but then,
they never
like-
lost their editing role ever.
Ash is a freelancer. Ash can work with whoever she wants. Ash obviously does editing for me, for the Clips channel. If Ash suddenly starts editing for... I don't know. Here's a good example of someone I'm fucking pissed at. If Ash starts editing for... fucking... I don't know. I can't even think of who I'm pissed off with. If Ash starts editing for... I don't know, chibi reviews or some shit. Brianna Wu. Okay, let's not go too fucking far. No, if Ash started editing for like anyone who I'm like not close with, I'd be like, yeah, sure, it's whatever. I'm trying to think who actually like has major issues with me at the moment. The list is kind of short. I wouldn't care. It wouldn't matter. Yeah. If Ash, fuck it. If Ash started editing for Malcolm again, and Malcolm was like going on a Beckett's a sweeper arc, he just protects Lyo convoy. We need to kill this Becky guy. Why do I care? Based, get the bag. You're a freelancer. Same with KJ, by the way. If KJ ends up working, doing whatever for somebody else, who gives a shit? He is a freelancer. I don't own him. It's whatever. Even when I had Max on retainer, by the way, Max went and did work for Morale and for Tickets. I think at one point I was fighting with Morale while Max was editing for both of us. It's fine. It's whatever.
That was something that was expressed. I understand what you're saying. That's just my internal logic. You may not agree with it. You may think I'm like childish in that logic, but it is my logic.
I do think it's childish. Actually.
What if Ash edits for KP? Well, in that case, KP wouldn't be paying Ash, and I would step in and be like, Ash, please don't edit for KP. That'd be fucking ridiculous. You get nothing out of it. It's not worth it for the exposure, Ash. Save yourself. Fuck.
Actually,
that's fair.
I do think that, and part of this comes down to, I remember a conversation in Op Talk where Ash was getting heat for taking clients who like don't like you. And honestly, like, if you're a contractor and you do contract work, like if Kat got money to draw a picture of me that was unflattering, I would not care. And there was this preconceived notion that you do not go after people's like contractors like that.
That is still the notion. That's still the notion. You don't, and again, part of the reason I'm not giving the names of other people who, you know, I don't know how involved people were, right? Is like, this buck stops with Cloudy and Falgy. They are responsible for this. Mods are just chatters. They're just chatters with like who do more stuff for the community, and you've got a little bit more trust in. But the buck stops when there is fucking gay-opping like this going on with Cloudy and Falgy. It's not down to whoever's editing for Falgy. Do you know what I mean?
Obviously that has changed.
But I'm not doing that. If you think that I'm doing that, I'm going to vehemently push back on that. Because I was the one that gave Ash the okay.
Yeah, but I know there was underlying frustrations with it. And I know Cloudy vocalized it too, so I'm sure it came up between the both of you.
Yeah, I understand that. Cloudy has issues with the three of them that I don't have. Or,
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Actually.
That's fair.
I do think that, and part of this comes down to, I remember a conversation in Op Talk where Ash was getting heat for taking clients who like don't like you. And honestly, like, if you're a contractor and you do contract work, like if Kat got money to draw a picture of me that was unflattering, I would not care. And there was this preconceived notion that you do not go after people's like contractors like that. Obviously that has changed.
But I'm not doing that. If you think that I'm doing that, I'm going to vehemently push back on that. Because I was the one that gave Ash the okay.
Yeah, but I know there was underlying frustrations with
the
it.
underlying.
I know
okay,
Cloudy
so,
vocalized it too, so I'm sure.
Okay, I wanted to just let that replay as a section. So what Diesel is talking about here is, I know a little bit about this. Cloudy seems to have been actually quite vocal, from what I understand, with how much they didn't like Ash, and generally people who aren't getting in line. I have heard this multiple times over the last 2 weeks from people who've just like kind of been pushed out of space and not been able to say anything. And this is just like sort of, again, an admission from behind the scenes that Cloudy, even back then, before even this stuff happened, was kind of a fucking bitch to people. Sorry. It's pretty cut and dry. And it's backed up with the weird shit you were doing behind the scenes. And it's not good enough to just be like, oh, I wasn't really involved and I know this is a bit of no, dude. This has been a concerted, long-term effort of shittery. And I'm actually sort of astonished it wasn't caught sooner. The only reason I can think of that it wasn't is because she is fucking Falgi's girlfriend. Because if anybody else in the space was like acting like this, it would have been shut down fucking immediately. Every time someone says Diesel patches, I get grey hair. True. You'll pull it off. You'll be fine.
Came up between the both.
Yeah, I understand that. Cloudy has issues with the three of them that I don't have. Or
Cloudy has issues with the three of them. What, you mean Ash, Q, and KJ? The very people who, while Cloudy was reorganizing the mod team and the Discord, the very three people that others were running around going, you need to be careful of these guys. You need to keep an eye on them. It certainly looks like a fucking plot, doesn't it?
a phrase that I accepted. Truth be told,
and once again, this claim from like the way Cloudy talks about KJ in the DMs to Rena is a fucking lie. Oh, I don't know. I just think Beckett's mod doesn't like him. I think the Cope mods are keeping some terrible secret from me. I'm just a poor innocent woman. I've got no idea what's going on, because I'd never be behind the scenes causing all of this shit. Come the fuck on. Bro, you were a major instigating factor in this shit, and the playing dumb cutesy girl act is fucking gross.
She was told the reason why Q made a separate server. There was an allegation that I would be the next Tyler that they would be waiting to get off of.
Yeah,
I wasn't there for the conversation.
There's an allegation made that I'd be the next Tyler, that they'd just be jumping ship to burn me. So what you're saying is that people behind the scenes were filling your head with paranoid ideas. You know, this is why I block people whenever they send me shit like, hey, did you know this person's saying this thing about you? Hey, have you considered that, like, potentially this person might snake you? That's why I fucking block them. This shit messes with content creators' heads. It makes everyone fucking paranoid. If anyone is sending you shit of like, well, you are now, buddy. I mean, true, self-fulfilling prophecy, right? And he fucking did it to himself, Jesus. And once again, I'd like to reinforce, KJ has never talked shit to me, ever, about Falgi. Never. I had to go and ask him. I had to go and listen, show me these conversations, show me what the fuck is going on. I had to fucking twist his arm, frankly.
I wasn't there for the conversation, and I didn't care. My friendship and my loyalty to them came first.
Yeah.
Oh,
it just doesn't feel...
Even if all of this is true, by the way, and I think that, again, this is a very rosy retelling of the situation, even if all of this is true, you knew Cloudy hated these people. You knew Cloudy had an issue, and you did nothing about it.
Feel as if that's...
At least with QQ and Ape Gamer, they hate me loud and proud with that whole chest lol. Shout out to the real ones who hate me publicly. That's why I find it hard to hate A-loggers. Do you know what I mean? Like the people on Twitter who are like fucking shouting about this shit, because at least you're saying it. You're being like open. If you hate someone, you're in a chat and you're like, I saw a comment And actually someone DM'd me and was like, oh, you know, I've been reevaluating how I watch you. I'm like, I think they were like a Dickers or a Queeman or an Aiden fan or something. And they were like, you know, I give you a lot of shit whenever you pop up. I'm like, but, you know, you're always pretty fair. You've never banned me from your chat. I'm like, yeah, why would I? Say it with your fucking chest. So that's all I ask. Say it with your chest and be funny. Very easy. It's why I like Queeman. Unironically, it is one of Queeman's best fucking qualities. This channel still stream? Indeed we do. Making Law Simple. How you doing, buddy?
That's being reciprocated in a similar way because I gave an open forum yesterday to have the discussion. If people felt uncomfortable, if they thought I was doing something wrong, I would have appreciated it. And I kept asking. Like, hey, do you guys have any issues with this? Do you want to discuss this? Hey, do you have any issues with this? Do you want to discuss this? And like nothing happens. And I am trying to, my personal thing is I am trying to be a better friend, not a boss. And I realize that my frustrations are boss-like. They are
Congratulations, you failed at both.
Not friend-like. And it feels like the delineation between the two or the grace that I give other people is not being thrown back at me.
I know when you like do quote unquote boss like work, you have a tendency to beat around the bush instead of just fucking straight up say it.
Diesel has him pegged so much. It's fucking crazy. Hey man, I know when you try and do this boss shit, you're incredibly indirect and you're not really clear on what the fuck is going on or your feelings. I dude, just has him fucking completely banged to rights.
Like, from what I heard and was told, it was like you opened the floor, Q asked what he could do to help, and you were like, nope, there's nothing.
He asked regarding mod stuff.
He asked over everything, to be clear, Falgi. Q would have helped you fucking move house. He was like, Desert dude, like, I say this with nothing but love in my heart. Q sounds like a really energetic puppy during that fucking call. He's like, do you need anything? Literally anything. Anything at all. Just let me know. Nope, I'm good. Thanks for playing.
There's ass in general.
Okay, well, if that's how I interpreted it, so that's on me. But honestly speaking, there hasn't been anything for Q to do for a very long time. But I didn't
Can
want
we just call it like it is? He's not good on stream, and you would prefer he not be on stream because his audio quality is bad.
No, it wasn't the audio quality stuff. It was inconsistencies. He would inconsistently be on stream. He would not be on stream. Things like that.
Okay, so then that's the reason you don't want him on stream.
But
dude, Diesel is the worst person to have this conversation with because he's just like completely fucking. He will not just let Falgi like get around him. It's just like, dude, just say what you mean. This is so easy. Absolutely fucking based. That's why I love this guy.
I didn't kick Q off stream. I want to make that very clear.
I know you didn't kick, but you showed the door.
Sure.
I didn't kick Q off stream. Technically, Cloudy did. Dude, I mean, it's so cucked. It's so cucked. Ultimately, hey QQ. Falgi bad, Cloudy worse. Look, this isn't a fucking power scaling competition, to be fair. I'm not passing any fucking bucks to this. Even if Cloudy is the instigating factor to drive Falgi is the fucking content creator. It's his fucking community in space. If his girlfriend's run around behind the scenes and done this, ultimately he's still fucking responsible. It seems once again, very simple. It's in no way a fucking mitigating factor. The problem is as well, from these conversations and other things that's happened, it seems brutally obvious that Falgi was aware of the issues Cloudy had. And he knew that shit talking was happening because he had heard, well, I don't know where these rumors of KJ being a snake are coming from. I don't know. I think it's Beckett's mod team. What? Fucking what? Look, Cloudy needs to respond to self. But like, yeah, Falgi should just, like, frankly, just fucking know better. But Cloudy seems so nice. Yeah. Narcissistic manipulators often fucking do. That's how they get away with this shit. Wow, this person who's manipulating everyone seems really nice and charismatic. Oh god, what a shocker. That never happens. If Falgi didn't want Q, KJ, and Ash removed, all he had to do was turn to his mods, and say, no, that's fine, they're staying. I think it's super easy.
You could say that.
Yeah, but then, like, why didn't you vocalize? Why didn't you just tell him, like, bro, I don't think that you work on stream, is what I'm saying.
If I'm being honest, I was trying to preserve his feelings, as stupid as that may sound.
Yeah, but I can tell you it was infinitely the wrong way to go about it. 100%.
Okay.
You should have just ripped the Band-Aid off.
Okay, and that's fine. And I can accept that.
Yeah. Again, Diesel, based. Just rip the Band-Aid. Just do the thing you obviously want to do. Seems very, very simple and easy.
I can absolutely accept that it was the incorrect way to go about it. I can absolutely accept that. I don't like cutting off friends. I don't like telling friends. I don't like telling friends something like that's hurtful, especially Q. Just because he always does blame himself. It was the Tyler stuff, then the Makari stuff, that other shit. And I never wanted that. I didn't want that for him specifically.
Sorry, I got a DM from somebody, and it's very late. I've currently been awake for about 25 hours, so bear with me. I'm sorry when we re-listen to things. My apologies. This has been a long week.
Just because he always does blame himself. It was the Tyler stuff, then the Makari stuff, that other shit. And I never wanted that. I didn't want that for him specifically. When it came to KJ and Ash, their programs.
So again, I don't know about this Makari stuff. I need to sit down and have a conversation with Makari, probably. Because I've heard, like, so many conflicting things. It's really hard to pick apart, guys. It's true shit at her. I also don't really accept this answer. I'm trying to save Q's feelings. Well, why are people blackballing people then? How does that save Q's feelings?
We're running the same way they were always running.
Mm-hmm.
Ash was still going to do editing. Ash was still going to help me with thumbnails. I started editing myself. The only reason I wanted to do that is so I can take a little bit of load off of every.
Balji's drama talk is rioting. I mean, congrats to them for not closing it down or locking it. Dude. I haven't even looked at it, but I don't know. I feel like I've kind of laid out everything here. So, again, if anyone has any questions, DM me.
Everybody, because I know that Greg started a new job and won't be around.
Yeah.
And Ash is busy with other people's responsibilities, and I wanted to learn for myself.
Yeah. And that happened, like, right after the quote-unquote meeting, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
it wasn't supposed to be timed that way.
That was a horrible decision. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking, but that made you look like a humongous asshole.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to be an asshole. You want me to be honest? I'm going to be an asshole.
I look, there's being an asshole, and then there is asking somebody to teach you how to do the job you just fired them from. That's like a whole different fucking level.
Asshole either way. I'm sorry, but that's
I
just
mean,
what it's gonna be.
I get it, but it was like, you know, it's like a time and place. It's like you're like, I want to preserve the friendship, I want to be nice to these people, but then also in the same breath, hey, teach me the thing that's.
Do you think Falgi is going to be a lolcout or just give up? I hope neither. I hope he comes out and responds and works to rebuild some trust, right? Look, Himpleton fucking came back. Himpleton fucking came back. And if this was just over this firing, we're not talking about anything major, are we? But this is, again, a sustained 8-month campaign to ruin people's reputation, ruin people's, like, incomes. This is Ash, how Ash makes her money. This is, like, KJ has worked very hard to, like, yeah, he has worked KJ doesn't just work with Oplog or like Diesel. He's worked with other 100k plus YouTubers who have no complaints about him, by the way. This is like a concerted effort to ruin like all the work he has put in for no other reason than petty bullshit. It's not a nothing burger. It's not like gay ACC shit. This is concerted effort to burn somebody who was like one of your like staff members essentially. And creators have been burnt completely for far fucking less than this. This isn't just, oh, the ending of our business relationship went badly. This is, we are going to destroy you within this space so you can never work with anyone again. That's what they wanted. They wanted KJ removed from my Discord, and for me to never work with him again. They wanted Ash not to be worked with again, and they tried to do this to both me and Diesel. Why? Good fucking question. I wish I could tell you, because there are no good reasons presented in all of this. It really is petty paranoia and bullshit. It's fucking wild. They accused KJ of being a doxer, of stealing... Okay, so they accused KJ of being a doxer. He is not. There's no evidence for it. They accused KJ of stealing someone else's research and reselling it to another content creator. This, again, no fucking evidence for it. They accused KJ of talking shit about Falgi, me, and other people. He was not doing that. That is a fucking lie. The evidence presented for that, again, they know that it's not fucking true because they know why KJ was inside Discord, because they fucking put him there. This shit is fucking egregious. They're trying to ruin friendships. Like, just, like, actually genuinely, like, I don't mean in the gay sense of, like, oh, they're trying to, like, ruin somebody's, like, reputation. KJ is, like, KJ has built a friendship group with some of the people in these spaces, like, that they play D&D with, they hang out with. Trying to get this guy, like, fucking blackballed over nothing, just because, like, oh, well, we want to be friends with these people and we don't want you around. It's proper high school mean girl shit. I really should have looked at this. Everyone did. It's because it came out with morale. And loads of people just went, oh, well, morale's bringing it out. I've not talked about the sexting stuff at all. I'm not really fucking interested, if I'm completely honest with you. Because the most I've got for the sexting stuff, because the way it's been drip-fed is like, yeah, like same as Vlad. It's funny, but they're consenting adults. What do you want from me? Right? This is not that. And again, Diesel and I have been dealing with this for the past 8 months behind the scenes to manage this shit. And I only in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, week and a half, have found out the extent. Bearing in mind that there's a claim here, once again, that the reason KJ was being blackballed was from my mod team, and I hadn't heard half the fucking accusations against him. So if it's from my mod team, which it's fucking not, by the way, why the fuck would I not know about it? Why? Do you not think I'd step in? Do you think I'd keep around and have, like, KJ set up and run my clips channel if I thought there was a chance he was, like fucking gay-opping and, like, a fucking Satan figure or stealing research? Me, who's famously fucking cautious. Obviously fucking not. And they're passing the buck and blame onto other people because they are doing this behind the scenes to try and stir trouble. And the other side as well is, let's say this caught on. Let's say they really did manage to, like, pin and slander KJ, because again, people have left my community over these accusations. I have lost mods over these accusations. Those mods were lied to about what KJ had done. That's why they left. That's why they left my mod team. That's why they left the server. And let's say this had really caught on. They really got a fucking hate campaign going. And then it's, well, Beckett actually knew about this. Beckett kept him around. I've got no reason to believe that this wasn't also a gay up against me, because Cloudy, to be clear, was talking a lot of shit about me. She does not like me And I don't give a shit if you don't like me. I do give a shit if you're trying to fucking gay up me behind the scenes. Obviously, I work closely with Falgi. If you are talking this shit and trying to spin these ideas, you are trying to damage Falgi's relationship with that, which is mental, which is crazy. Which is fucking crazy. Why would you do this? Oh yeah, who's the closest content creator to Falgi? Who has the most audience overlap with him? Oh, Beckett. I think we should try and break that relationship. Why? What the fuck is wrong with you? It's, once again, genuinely unfucking believable that this happened. And I know, again, some of you don't want to hear this. You're fans of Falgi. I like Falgi. Okay, I'm very pissed at Falgi. But I've worked closely with Falgi. I've known him for like over a year. I found Falgi through yeah, a lot of people have. And again, I have to address this because it's caused so much fucking chaos, like within like the community space. What's my rule? Don't bring this shit to my door. Insane. So for those, like, again, I'm not telling anybody to stop watching Falgi. I'm not telling anyone to unsub from Falgi. I'm not being like, Falgi needs to be burnt on a cross. I am very pissed. I'm laying out this information for you, and you can do what you want with it.
Gonna make you obsolete. Also, I don't want you on stream because your association with Malcolm. It's like
I understand that. I understand that it was poorly timed. Am I disagreeing with you? I'm not disagreeing with you, dude. It's just like at this point, I have given and given and given a lot, and it feels like I did not get the same courtesy in return. No one has talked to me. I reached out the moment I found out that this whole Beckett KJ thing was going on. I reached out to Beckett. I did all of this behind the scenes work.
Also, to be clear, I reached out to Falgi, I believe. And maybe that needs correction if I'm completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that this happened. I was told what was going on after digging into why KJ had been removed and was like, hey, Falgi, you and I need to have a little fucking conversation, buddy.
Because I'm like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here. This is inappropriate. This is not what KJ did.
Yeah.
And it feels like if an issue was made to me regarding that, regardless of how I handled it, if it was in the inopportune fashion or the incorrect fashion, I show grace that I don't receive in return. And it's not the first time that
it's like, what if they're not? What would you like? This meeting happens. Like, what is the grace you're expecting, or like, what is
if there were private concerns, I would have appreciated them to just come to me privately, and we would have spoken about it privately.
Yeah, I don't really know or think if there were private concerns from their end, because I'd asked them about it, and it's like more like, oh yeah, we do stuff. It's like I know the amount of D&D being played was like an issue or whatever, but like,
I mean, it's they sit in a VC for 16 hours, and then like I like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be kind of blunt, like. It was very... So this is my issue. It's purely my issue. Not so much...
Do you think Falgi realized he was being recorded, so he's picking his words carefully as he can? He would unironically be an idiot not to. Right? Like, I mean, he knows the fucking game. He would be dumb not to. But yeah, I mean, he's certainly picking his words carefully.
Much Ash. But it would have been really nice if somebody said, hey, D&D is my main focus now.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I'm pulling teeth.
Yeah, I hear during the meeting that you didn't really like put that on the table. You kind of were like beating around, just staying.
I have the meeting recorded if you want to hear it. I don't really like. I if I'm beating around, I'm beating around. I will show it. I'm not fucking around anymore. Like. Like I'm kind of at a point where I'm a little frustrated because it's like it feels like for the fourth time this year, my friendship is being taken advantage of. For the fourth time. First it was Tyler, then it was Makari. Not so much the fucking size shit. The size shit pisses me off, but it's whatever. And now it's like it's by the people like closest to me that I would defend time and time again.
I truly believe he just got really fucking paranoid and went crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had thoughts like this where I'm like, oh, I'm close to this person. Like, for those who know the channel history, I started really pushing this channel because I was really fucking pissed off at Wick TV and tomfoolery. And I was like, you guys are shit. And I'm gonna make a more successful channel than you. I built this channel out of spite because they were my friends. We were friendly, and they fucked me over. I was incredibly fucking pissed off. You get like this. It's okay. The important thing is not to, like, if you're going to hold on to it as a grudge, then make sure that you are managing that grudge effectively so it does more damage to the people you dislike than you. And if it gets too much, you need to let it go. I'll say this candidly about the Seethe stuff as well. The Seethe stuff annoyed me because I realized very early on that the way to deal with the Seethe stuff was just to let her cry in her echo chamber Discord and not really address her directly and just wait for her to crash out, because it was obviously going to happen because Seethe is coded that way. And she'd eventually blow her own channel up, so I didn't need to do anything. But Falgi and others were very keyed into this Seethe stuff. And they were like, this is happening in the Discord. This is being said now. I left group chats over it. I was just like, this is annoying. I can't do anything. I know the correct play. I know, like, how to best, like, annoy Seethe is just to ignore her. But to do that, effectively, I need to stop being shown screenshots of what she's saying in her little fucking hug box every 5 fucking minutes. So I just left the fucking Discord. I just left the group chat. I was like, hey, yeah, listen, I'm checking out. I'm done. And amazingly, I stopped thinking about it. And I was like, well, now I don't give a shit. Because I'm not bombarded with it. Like, that's it. If you feel bombarded with something, just disconnect from it. And this, you have to do this. You have to get used to doing this. Because people want the reaction out of you. You deny them the avenue of the reaction. This is very simple. It's literally, unironically, hey, if you're bothered by stuff on the internet, maybe just log off for a bit and get on with shit. That's it. That's it. Because when I see something that annoys me, you know, I want to go and fucking have a little punch up. I like doing that. So if I can't, if it's the wrong thing to do, dip.
Like when people told me I probably shouldn't have done that. And I can admit that I didn't handle everything correctly. I'm okay with that. But it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like it never mattered.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to sit down and listen to the meeting. Aside from that, yeah, I mean, I know they're in like a VC for a lot of the day, but it's like one of those things where it's like, even if they're playing D&D, like, and it's happened for me too, right? Where I'm like, okay, I'm busy. All right, D&D's canceled. Okay, go do the thing that you need to do. Go do the work you need to do. Right? Mm-hmm. So, but like those things need to be like just said to them, right? I know you're kind of like putting them in a position as like, oh, are you going to do this or D&D? But like, they're going to do that if you like bring it up. But it doesn't seem like you brought it up.
The D&D stuff, or specifically.
Well, I'm saying that, but you know, like, oh, you know, they're in a VC 16 hours a day, right?
I mean, well, now it's my frustration. I didn't bring that up because I don't personally care what they do on their off time.
Oh my fucking god, bro! This is a business. We're running a not block business here. That's why I needed to get rid of everyone. I get rid of anyone and get like fucking mods in who could constantly hang around me and talk to me and were like fucking my mods. Never mind the fact that I stole some of them from other Discords. Oh, dude. I could fucking scream, mate.
Yeah, but you're looking at what they're doing in the off time and being like, oh, well, maybe they could do something for the channel in that off time. Or at least that's how it reads when you're telling me.
Yeah, that is how it reads. It's probably out of turn. I think my personal. I feel a little raw. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little frustrated
Feel a bit flustered.
I feel
flustered.
incredibly hurt because I've known how they've talked about me behind my back for a period of time, and I let it go.
Well, I know there was the thing about like KJ was venting one time in a public VC, right? Is that what we're referring to in this
It's
case?
not just that. I know about the Tyler. I know about the Tyler comment that wasn't a public VC.
Yeah, I know that. I know that was in private. Yes.
It's like, here's a big difference. The mods, like Falji's mods, when they were venting about his work stuff, are doing it in a space Falji has access to. 2 other mods in the team. And it's not quiet, right? It's not like hidden deep down. When these guys are venting about me, it's done in like squirreled away in another fucking Discord with another content creator. I mean, look, again, I'm much more annoyed by the fucking massive explosive fallout from all this than I am about the shit talking. I even said to Falji, I don't care that you shit talked me. We're content creators. We shit talk each other. It's whatever. It's how, when, and why that matters. It's not what you said, because who gives a shit? It's like the environment, right? It's like I wouldn't care if somebody shit talked me like in a random call, but I'd probably care if somebody went on like some massive streamer's platform and the first I hear that they've got an issue with me is like them on Nicholas Diorio being like, yeah, you know, I do work closely with Beckett, but like I fucking hate that guy. Like I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That's a bit blindsiding. Do you know what I mean? It's the how, the when, and the why. And even then, it didn't need to be a big deal. When I found out about this vent chat a week and a half ago, I didn't kick anyone. I think I sent one person a DM and I was like, hey man, I've heard some shit, but it's fine. It's whatever. You're not kicked. You're very welcome to stay. Let's just be chill moving forward. That's all. That was my response. Because who cares? Right?
I know the reason.
Have you, listen, and let's be honest, have you seen the shit that like certain other people say? Like, if I don't care about Queeman saying shit, do you really think I care that much about, like, you? I think also this is another thing. It annoys me that when I confronted one person about it, they kind of lied to me. I've never said anything that disparaging. It was all out of concern for you. I'm like, okay, buddy. Yes, I did. Just be honest. Just be honest. You don't like me. That's cool. It's based.
Why the other server was made.
Which one's Q?
Yes. He openly told Cloudy that the reason he made it is because he found me annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Q seemed to have really liked you, so I don't know about that personally. But I mean, you're hearing it from your partner, so I'm not. And I of course don't know, so obviously I'm not. Like, you know, saying, "Oh, don't believe them," right?
And I want to make it clear that it's just like I put all those things to the side.
But yeah, to
my chat yearns for stickers. Yeah, don't worry. Hold on. Have a quick sticker bowl. We're gonna listen. Once we get through this, we're nearly done, and then we can do super chats. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
Pull back on the Tyler thing. I know Claudia came to me about the Tyler comment that I believe it was Ash who made that one, right?
I don't know who made it. Cause
okay, well, there you go. It was Ash, because Patty told me.
Okay, she didn't tell me who made it.
Yeah, and it was more like, okay, I'm sure you get it now because like this has happened multiple times. I've experienced this multiple times. It happened with the Reddit crew when I was a fucking 19-year-old shitter. It happened with Core. It's happened before. Like it's happened, right? I've experienced it. Of course, when that happens, if you're close enough to the person, there's like this, you know, apprehensive fear. Oh, I have a friend. They're kind of in the same position as this other friend. I hope it doesn't all fall apart, right? I get that frustration and fear. I don't think it's something said out of like malicious discontent with your attitude and more like I don't want to live that experience again because it was, you know, harrowing, right? And I'm sure by now you understand what that is because of all the drama, right? And I had asked about this and I had talked to the people about this, and I relayed that to Cloudy, where I'm like, well, you know, what said was said, can't be unsaid. You just have to kind of like prove it wrong, right? If you value the person, then you're going to go out of your way to do it. Cloudy didn't really seem to be interested in that. I'm like,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Cloudy was given advice on like how to patch things up and just went, nah. I think I'll go into DMs with Rena and stir a load of shit. I think that'll go much better. Oh, dude. This chick thinks she's good at optics as well. I've been told that from one of the conversations. Apparently this chick thinks she's a genius at playing the game. She's like spent so much time watching how stuff unfolds that she just knows. She just knows, guys. She's got good intuition. Fuck me. Dude. You want to get checked for fucking delusion, man. Come on.
like, that's fine, whatever. But like, you know, I get where the person would be coming from in that case. I'm not excusing that it wasn't a mean thing to say, because you also experienced Tyler, but I understand it because I lived it, right? And even now I'm sitting here with this stuff going like, okay, well, here we go. I don't want this to be another core thing, right? So I get it.
You think I'm going to be core?
No, not you. I don't know who, right? Or even the only reason that this is...
Spoiler alert. You guys don't know the core stuff. I'm not going into it, but I can see the illusions.
Is even related to that is like the fucking, like, I know that they play a lot of D&D, and that sometimes overlaps with like stream or responsibilities, and I know that was an issue for him with me, and it was one of the things he got frustrated with me at.
Oh yeah, so Diesel just explaining it. Core, yeah, it's whatever. Like Core, obviously I'm friends with Core. Core's great, but yeah, Core was like, Diesel, you need to go make more content and play less D&D, and Diesel was just very burnt out at the time.
I mean, listen, I don't, again, I want to make it like very expressly, perfectly clear. I have no issues with Hal. I want to make that very fucking clear. If Hal came to me and talked to me about it, I would say the same thing. We'd probably have disagreements, but I'd probably say the same thing, that I don't have any ill will towards her.
Yeah, I figured it's not about Hal, but more or less the act of like...
Here's another thing to note, actually, because the Core dramas come up. I'm friends with Core, and I'm friends with Diesel, and there's never any issue, right? It's not a problem. So it's almost like none of this really fucking matters that much to, like, again, who knew?
Playing a game over like productive activity.
I think my issue is, personally speaking, I think my personal issue is that, and I'll accept responsibility, I think no one was honest about their intentions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll be perfectly honest with you. KJ just messaged me, pulling out as a DM, as well as saying he doesn't want to do research anymore. That he and his wife spoke, and she doesn't like what she hears about the research side.
I don't know. I've not spoken to KJ about his wife or anything else, but can you really blame him for pulling out when, like, he was already getting fucking burnt behind the scenes by you guys? Oh, no, it's just not happy the research stuff. You fucking immediately snaked him. Dude.
So I don't know how true that is, but I will say that whatever his wife says matters, and that's pretty much it. That's a conscientious decision. They are both grown adults in a relationship, and that should take precedence over anything I fucking do. But like, if I hear that that's not the case, and if I hear that that's not what's happening, and I hear KJ is assisting somebody, I mean, like, that's gonna be fucked up to me. Because like, I'm taking people at their word.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it to me, I don't know. It sounds like he just doesn't want to work with you, but I don't know what he's like.
Yeah, with KJ, it just sounds like, you know, Maybe he's a little bit pissed off and wants to distance after once again this little group tried to gay-op him and blackball him and then continue to do it for another like 8 months.
Like what he's planning for himself. I know he wants to do like D&D stuff more creatively, so it's like, okay, maybe that's what he does, but I haven't spoken to him about. He did tell me that he was like there's like an op section in like the op block server that had like research stuff in it, and he was removed from it.
There's no research in that at all. The finding stuff?
Yeah.
There's no research in there.
So again, I'm not sure of the timing of this, but yeah, they were cutting KJ out very early. And because Cloudy was the one doing it, I don't know whether this is a lie. I don't know whether it's true. I don't know whether Cloudy's just misinformed and Cloudy's doing shit behind his back. No fucking clue.
Not to my knowledge.
But was he removed from it?
He was because I don't know whether this is the conversation about like KJ being banned from the other server. Hold on, I've got something here just with some dates. Give me a second. Because I can probably line this up if it's in reference to that with some DMs. Dude, I've got so many DMs through this. I shouldn't be surprised. It's really fucking hard to find people now. There we go. Give me a sec. Let me just find some DMs quickly. I just want to check a date. Yeah, so it doesn't appear to be the like KJ being kicked from the general server and locked out by Cloudy's friend happened around the 3rd of the 9th. So a few days after this call. Oh, 2 days off. Well, I suppose it would be the next day. Maybe it is in reference to that. Yeah, it's probably in reference to that. Don't worry, actually, like, we're not listening to the whole of this call. They're mostly just going to go over the mod call we've already listened to.
That would be Cloudy. Cloudy, I don't know what she does with the Discord.
Okay, so yeah, it is this. So yes, again, after saying we'll keep your access open, they burn again KJ from a space where they know that he had commissioned work for other people. Absolutely fucking insane.
I think she may have had a discussion with him about it.
Yeah.
But literally all there is Scarlet Reaper.
Yeah, I'll need to circle back with him again, but he was telling me that there was
it's called findings.
Stuff he had lost access to, and he was like,
he lost access to certain things.
Yeah,
he lost access to certain things.
Yeah,
but the findings tab was more moderator stuff as well. It wasn't just research stuff.
Yeah,
there's mod stuff.
Maybe it's not okay. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
And that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
because tracking Scarlet privately is mod stuff.
Well, then that stuff also needs to be like 2 is 1 and 1 is none, right? So it's like if he's removed from that, well, then he lost access to something that could be useful in the future, and it's like, okay, well, you need to make sure that that's like accessible to somebody who does something like that.
Yeah, and I did express that I did want mod access back to him, to Cloudy. So I'd have to circle back and ask her what their ultimate conversation was about it, because I know they had a conversation about it.
Yeah, I have a feeling it didn't reach a amicable end anyway. So I'm just
no, I don't think so either.
Fuck, man.
I mean, I can tell you right now, she's very hurt by them.
Again, fucking how? I need to talk to Cloudy, but like, dude, are you gonna? I just don't know if I can trust her. Fuck, dude. She's like, yeah, dude. This is painful. This is legitimately fucking painful.
She feels very betrayed because for a long time she felt like she didn't have a space in her own server. But just because of everything that happened with Makari.
Yeah.
And found out more on her own without me present, and wanted to spare my feelings for a period of time. I have to message people now because with this drop, I have to now pay things that I have to pay out. I mean, there's other stuff behind the scenes that I'm not very happy about, that I don't think I ever broached, that I don't think is important. No, it's not. It's not important because I think it's just I don't want to vent to you about our friends, or I guess my ex-friends.
Well, I mean, the issue is that I kind of get stuck in the middle of these things as either like a mediator or
I know how you fucking feel.
Investigator every time, which I'm fine doing. I just don't want to be the one that's actively going out and like. The only reason I found out about this is because like I heard I literally I joined the VC and like the vibes were weird. I'm like, something going on. And then,
so everyone's talking about it. That's nice. I would have
well,
appreciated being told.
I had asked, right? Because I could feel
but
it.
if I'm being
God, I think I've got more angry over the course of the stream. Fucking hell. It's, you know, I've talked about this in so many pieces over the last week and a half. Actually sitting down for a couple of hours and going through it all with you. It's brain melting.
But if I'm being perfectly honest, it's not for Cat, Hal, Caustic, and other people to know about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my staffing decisions are not their
Are you
responsibilities.
surprised that your friends are talking to their friends about a thing they're frustrated with?
Sure, but here's my issue is that I gave them open space to talk to me about it.
I mean...
and I've given them
then we might as well just watch the fucking meeting.
Like, yeah, sure. I don't fucking care anymore. Like, I'm, oh my God. I'm trying to put my personal feelings to the side. I am actually trying to, because I'm actually really upset now. Because it feels like no matter what I did, no matter what I do, I'm always the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I did things because I cared about people and I thought they cared about me the same way.
Yeah, I mean, out of talking to them, they all seem just as hurt as you. So it's like, I don't think anybody... Listen, I'm assuming no malicious intent.
No. Really, no. I'm...
It could have literally just ended here. It could have ended here. Valju learns his lesson, goes, hey, I probably shouldn't have got so head up in my feelings. And that would have been a fucking end of it.
Sorry, I need a minute. I'm back. Sorry, I just... Fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be as impartial as possible, but like I'm waiting to see what happens and like happened in this meeting since it seems to be like the linchpin.
I can show it. I got no problem with it. Again, I don't mind like saying I fucked up. That's definitely not like what I'm not here to do.
Yeah, I'm
okay. And then they go over the call. Well, I'm glad that you don't mind saying you fucked up because very much that's what you need to do. So, again, this is a fucking mess. Valji needs to respond to this mod stuff, this op block stuff, and it needs a response to the fucking gay opping, the behind the scenes shit. Need to understand what the fuck is happening. I'm very pissed off and very disappointed. And the truth is, look, I wouldn't be being fair. Like, if anyone else did this, I'd be saying exactly the same fucking shit. I'd be saying exactly the same fucking shit. Like, Falgi being my friend does not change this. And I know that on both sides, on kind of, because I've read the drama chat and Falgi's, I know that some people expect me to come out and sweep and just be like, no, this is a big nothing burger. And I know on the other side, on the side that have been like going at Falgi for the last couple of days, expecting me to come out and pull his feet out of the fucking fire. I'm not doing that. I will say that Falgi deserves a time and space to respond. He has not done the dumb thing. He's not just gone on a fucking tour. He's like collecting his thoughts. He is going to respond. He needs to respond. And like he deserves the space for that to be listened to. Falgi being too quiet? No, listen. Right now, my opinion is it is fine for him to take some time to get everything in. Really needs to drop whatever else they have. You need to get this all out in the open, and then Falgi can respond to it. Same as Turkey Tom. It is completely like, again, this is why it's annoying that people are drip feeding things, because it is hampering his ability to put together a response. And I've been very clear about where I sit. I'm pissed.